死んだは初めて俺に伝えている。
絶望の匂いだ。
面白いこと見せようか。ほら、こんなに家賃が多すぎて。
お父さん。
あかん。
ドナルド君、まだ死ぬ時じゃないでしょ。
アメリカ、万歳。ファイト。
絶対負けないよ。
ランド、ズライドまで。
ゼロ。だってまだサンキュー言ってないでしょ。一回も言ってください。
おい、仲良くしてるね。この世界、季節にいけるかな。昔グレートだった。大きにまたグレートになるかな。あのさ、有名人なら誰かのマンコを掴んでいいさ。そう。見放せるで。
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of the 199, Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here on a Friday. It's been a very, very, very busy day, but we're here. We had a great Friday Night Tights. I wish I could have went live earlier for the Zelensky-Trump meeting, but just too much going on with the website launch and everything like that. And but we're here. We'll cover everything. But we got to start with the man, bro, dude, who dropped a proper 199 way before we even got started. And he says, "What's up, MAGA grifta? Huge grifta, great grifta, the best grifta." That's what they tell me. They tell me you're the best grifta. I would never say that, but that's what they say. To the most young and vibrant grifta there is. Great tits, Sydney tits. So there you have it, grifta. So the man bro dude, he's getting us started with some Sydney Sweeney already. Like, this is how we start, okay? This is how we're supposed to start streams. Why have we not been starting streams like this before? Can anyone explain this to me? This is how they should be starting. All we need is a proper 199 to get started like this. Snake pit. Okay? Look at that. That's all we need. This is the way you get a stream started. Everyone is happy. Everyone is excited.
Should I do it?
Do not come.
Come on, baby. Come on. I'm gonna do it.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Beautiful white paint. It's coming down at 10,000 miles an hour. It's coming down at levels of speed that nobody ever even conceived of. Where it's rough, but it's coming, and now it's turned around. It turns around, and it's coming, and it's gonna. I said, oh, because you see at that bottom. This section right here, that sucker's... Oh!
There we have it. Thank you, the man bro dude, for the proper 199, getting us started. So it's been a busy day. But before we really get rolling, we have to make a public service announcement. Now, I am a lifelong Alabama football fan, okay? Tomorrow is the third Saturday in October. For those that know, you know what that means, okay? Third Saturday in October. So there's only one thing we can do third Saturday in October, okay? This is Hate Tennessee Week, okay? I think this young man right here, for those that, like, 90% of you are not going to know what's going on, but for the 10% that get it, it's Tennessee Hate Week, okay?
All right, man. Just say what you've been saying, man. Why do you hate Tennessee?
Man, I hate Tennessee because, first of all, it's Tennessee. And I just hate them because they low down, they dirty, they some snitches. And I hate Philip Fulmer. I hate their colors. I'm not a dog person. I just hate Tennessee, man. Like, and I I hate Neyland Stadium. It looks like a garbage truck worker convention. And I hate all their quarterbacks. I hate Tennessee, man.
Describe what you feel about their colors too. I thought that was interesting.
It reminds me, and it's not that orange that you can stand. See, I hate Tennessee more than I hate Auburn. I just dislike Auburn. I hate Tennessee. See, Tennessee's colors is that throw up orange. It's not that orange that you can sit with. It's that puke inside of a pumpkin orange. And I don't like pumpkins. So I really don't like Tennessee, man. I can't stress that enough, man. And they losers, they sore losers because they're not Alabama, and I hate Tennessee, man.
That was beautiful, man. Probably the best interview I've done all year. Thank you, man.
This video's got 1 million views 17 years ago. 17 years ago, 1 million views about how much he hates Tennessee. So anyway, pretty good stuff right there. Had to play that before tomorrow's game. We'll see what happens. But anyway, it's been a busy day. President Trump met with Zelensky today at the White House. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to cover that because we obviously had our big announcement over on Friday Night Tights. And, everything has gone very, very well with that announcement. And that announcement is that we have a brand new website at Geeks and Gamers. geeksandgamers.com, all new website. And we have combined our efforts and partnered with That Park Place. For those of you that pay attention to a lot of the pop culture stuff, That Park Place has been fantastic with covering a lot of this stuff. And so now we are combining and partnering with That Park Place and their editorial team, bring a lot of their resources in. We've redesigned geeksandgamers.com. Big shout out to WDW Pro, Jonas Campbell. Marvin is awesome. Marvin is now a managing editor of geeksandgamers.com. Our old team still remains. Alex is still the editor-in-chief. Everybody's working together. It's a really, really cool kind of thing we have going on, and I'm really excited about it. And what this means is, and if you want to read the article right here, it gives you a brief history of That Park Place and Geeks and Gamers, what's changing, what's not changing. Got some quotes from me through there. But this is a huge move that's going to elevate everybody in this entire space that, we have right now. And I'm very, very excited about what the future holds for this, what is phase one of a multi-phase, process that we're going to be doing over on geeksandgamers.com. So really looking forward to it. Now, this is one of many announcements I had today. Secondly, we have partnered with Criticless. Geeks and Gamers and Criticless have now joined forces. If you know anything about Criticless, it is an app website that is meant to be a counter alternative to Rotten Tomatoes. Blaine and his team have done a phenomenal job of building a foundation over there, and now we are official partners with them. We are involved with what they're doing. There is an app on Android and Apple, so the more users we can get over there, the better, and then hopefully we're going to add video games to the database, and this is how you win the culture right here. It's about taking full control and not letting these pieces of shit continue to destroy everything that we've had in the culture. This is how you win the culture back. And so this is another huge move for what we're doing, and I'm very, very excited about it. So you can download Criticless in the Apple Store or Android Store. It's great. You guys have heard me talk about it time and time again. I'm very much looking forward to that. And even when you go to say, like the review portion over here, you'll see we have a banner right there for Criticless. So you can go and put your own reviews in, read some of our reviews, things like that. Now, another thing about geeksandgamers.com is that this is going to be a site that it's going to be the entertainment hub for news in the entertainment world, movies, streaming, video games, pop culture, but also it's also going to be a hub for covering people in our sphere, people within the fellowship and the 199, covering, whatever's happening, events, things to keep you up to speed on, because we have these sites like Dexerto that cover these mainstream streamers, but no one's talking about us. So we have to talk about ourselves. We have to cover everything ourselves. So that's what is going to be part of this, whether it's going to be some of the bigger creators that we're obviously covering, but even some of the like up and coming creators at times. This is all part of the long-term process. Last but certainly not least, we have partnered with Ripasend for our merch. So many of you know that we've had plenty of problems with merch because Teespring sucks donkey balls. Well, now we have partnered with Ripasend. So we have all new merch right here on the Ripasend website. Right here, as you see, we've got the Geeks and Gamers. Now, you know, we've had the problems with Teespring. It's been a disaster. It's not going to be the case here with Ripasend. So we have the Geeks and Gamers hat. We have the CobraCast t-shirt. We have the Geeks and Gamers online original t-shirt. And we have the brand new IDOT shirt right there. And I know you guys are interested to see all those designs. So yeah, the IDOT 199 flag shirt is fantastic. The online original, which is a throwback to Sons of Anarchy. You guys know how much I love that show, Sons of Anarchy. And of course, the CobraCast t-shirt right there. So if you're interested, go over there and check it out. And of course, the hat, the Geeks and Gamers hat is over there as well. So hope to see you guys over there. And I am really, really excited about all that. But the last piece to the puzzle is we do have the forums on geeksandgamers.com. And, you know, you see that a lot of these forums, like the Memes Are Life forum has like 18,000 posts. Current Events has 12,000. General Discussion has 12,000. We just put the CobraCast one in there not too long ago. Toys, hobbies, anime, books, comics, all this. I mean, you see there's a ton of discussions going on there. A lot of those things are kind of old because, you know, we haven't put a lot of focus on the site. But if there's things you want me to focus in on, just it's free. Go over there, create an account right here up top, and whatever you want me to see, drop it in this CobraCast forum right here, and I'll see it. So like it looks like D-Day Cobra Simp, whoever the fuck that is, has dropped something over here in the forums. So, and I know the forums are kind of, oh my God, what the fuck is that? Okay. So what is this? JD Vance. Okay. Okay. I don't know what that is, but what is this one? This is a YouTube short. Video unavailable.
I want to show a clip.
Well, anyway, that's where we're going to be. I know that video was there because I was checking out a few minutes ago. I don't know where the hell it went. But anyway, is that it? How
wooden box on his desk with a
okay, how Trump trolled JD. I clicked on the wrong link. So this is one of the links in that forum.
beautiful ornate wooden box on his desk with a red button, and he presses it, and he just kind of looks over at me, and I'm like, sir, is that did something bad just happen? Yeah. And he's like, no, I just ordered a Diet Coke. That's what it is. It's a Diet Coke red button.
I remember this clip. I remember JD talking about this shit.
Beautiful ornate wooden box on his desk with a red button, and he presses it, and he just kind of looks over at me, and I'm like, sir, is that did something bad just happen? Yeah. And he's like, no, I just ordered a Diet Coke. That's what it is.
So anyway, go over there, check it out if you're interested. I appreciate all of you. And one of the questions I get more than anything is, how can you support us? There's a donate button right there on the website. That's direct link. That's the best cut we're going to get. So that's where you can, support. But I also like super chats. So either way, whatever works best for you is fine. And then the join the 199 goes directly to our locals page right here. So there you have it. Okay, so housekeeping out of the way. Now let's talk business, okay? How the hell does Beardo still have a job? I have no idea. But Harley Dave says, I'm just here for the disdain and disappointment. I think that's pretty much how everybody here feels. So Harley Dave, I don't think that's different than literally anyone here. Shadow Sand says a new Asmon meltdown dropped on Asmon's clip channel. I've already got it. Real Lou D says, people say you have long hair. Beardo says it's a fistful. Yikes. Eric K says, who would you take? The Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, Heart Foundation with Jimmy Hart, Twin Towers, Demolition with Axe and Smash, Legion of Doom. Well, Legion of Doom and Road Warriors, same thing, but yeah, I'm taking the Road Warriors easily. Death Wish becomes a new member. Thank you. VJ the Vigilant says, will you make your own mobile app? I will, but and trust me, that's something I want to do. We have this partnership with Criticless, and they have their own app. And a legitimate mobile app is unbelievably expensive. So that's why, like, when I'm asking for, people to support, it's not just to grift it. It's like, if we can to build this up, it's going to take an enormous amount of money. So yes, that is absolutely what I want to do. Jeremy Fat for $1. Thank you. Little Jim Zalo says, you have no King's protest happening tomorrow and dim politicians calling for the arrest of federal agents and Trump cabinet when they get back into power. And cherry on top, Hassan crashing out. Absolutely. And we're going to talk about the Hassan stuff first. Nandy with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Nandy. Appreciate that. Let's see. Hail Unit 199. Someone just shot in front of my house. They passed away and the shooter was caught a few blocks away. It was usual suspects, but Chicago is safe. Damn, dude. Well, first of all, I'm glad you're okay. That's absolutely insane. Be safe, man. Keep your doors locked. Gosh, that's crazy. Prayers up for you, brother. Glad you're okay. Tinhead says, from the fences to the tree. Let's see. Kia. You mean Kaya? Must be free. You spelled it Kia, so I didn't know what you're talking about. Let's talk about the latest situation with Hassan. It's you can't make this up, how good this is, okay? You can't do it. This is where we are with Hassan, okay? It's glorious. Here we have it. Hassan is in full meltdown mode. So I've covered this a lot on the channel, but left-wing streamer Hassan Piker, one of the worst people on the internet, was caught abusing his dog with a shock collar. Okay. Since then, it has been a complete and total disaster for Hassan, and it's getting worse and worse and worse every single step of the way. And now it's gotten to the point where he can't get away from it. His own chat is calling him out. It's so glorious. I can't explain to you how good this is. And this video is so satisfying. We're just going to watch it all together and enjoy the glory. Here we go.
I can't stand any of you dumb fucks in this goddamn chat. Oh my fucking God, I hate the left. I hate liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single fucking day of the goddamn week. I hate my life. I hate fucking streaming. I hate socialism. I hate every single fucking person who thinks that the peak of activism is just being the most annoying, holier than thou, the most ultimately woke leftist. You did it. You did it. You have unlocked the fucking nihilism within me, okay? I am black-pilled. Nothing will ever get better. We are never going to make it out. We can't even have a normal fucking non-hostile goddamn conversation on any of these issues. Everybody just simply wants to fucking chirp into the wind because they have no power, and they recognize their utter powerlessness in the face of unjustifiable constructs that we fucking exist under. And the best possible fucking thing you can do is just be goddamn annoying, okay? Oh, God.
It couldn't happen to a worse person. Because when I first heard this, I was like, is he trolling? Like, what's he doing? He's breaking down. Like, he is broken.
Right when the reporter was asking you about optimism, I want to fucking, I want to just shut it off, dude. I want to shut everything off. I just want to go away. If I wasn't so goddamn stubborn, I would have a long time ago.
Hassan, we all feel the same way. Everything you have said in this minute and 10 seconds so far, we feel the same way. He says, quote, I hate the left. I hate liberalism. My life. I hate streaming socialism. You did it. I'm black-pilled. Nothing will ever get better. He says he just wants to go away. So do we. We all agree with you, Hassan. For the first time ever, you have spent a minute and 10 seconds saying something that everyone agrees with.
Go, oh my Lord, dude. I 100% think you should someday go on sub-only mode. What do you mean? The most annoying people are literally like the 40-month subscribers.
He can't even have his echo chamber. He can't even have his echo chamber. Somebody said you should go subs only. He's like, that was like the clip where I think Asmongold talked about that.
Damn stubborn. I would have a long time ago. Oh my Lord, dude. I 100% think you should someday go on sub-only mode. What do you mean? The most annoying people are literally like the 40-month subscribers. The person.
Somebody said, hang on. The Troll King says, pretty fucked up. You have blocked my super chats. Troll King. If your bank account is rejecting your super chats, it's not me, brother. I have a very, very long-standing rule that I will take your money. You can even talk shit about me. I will never reject your money, okay? Like, give me money right now. Give me money. Like, come on. Come on. And you said again, I'm trying to give you money. You're either trolling me and it's amazing, or I'm going to get money out of highlighting your comment, and that's amazing too. I'm about to send myself a super chat. I'm about to send myself a super chat just to troll you. Come on, man. Now you've at least, listen, if you're trolling me, just drop $1. If you're trolling me, drop $1. Okay? And then if you confirm that you trolled me by dropping $1, I'll drop 50 gifted memberships in the chat as a reward. So if you trolled me, drop $1. Okay? And you don't have to say anything. The dollar will be symbolic that the Troll King trolled me, and then I'll drop 50 gifted memberships signifying that I lost to the Troll King. Dude, this is your moment. Like, come on, bro. Even if you weren't trolling, drop the fucking $1. Just roll with it. Own it at this point. Just drop the $1. That's all you got to do. It's $1. It doesn't matter if you're trolling or not. Just drop the fucking $1. Coop dropped $1. Dark Schwartz Rising dropped $1. And the fucking Troll King can't drop a fucking $1. I see you, Harley Dave. I see you, John Murdoch. I see all of you. Dude, this could have been a moment, Troll King. This could have been a moment. Smash JT for 99 cents. Delta Dragon. This could have been a moment, Troll King. Come on, man. $1. Like, even just Alec Baldwin's finger is even dropping $1. He never super chats me. The Mass Marvel, Reese's Feasts, 10. Everybody's dropping $1 but the fucking Troll King. Oh, he dropped a 10. Oh, if that's even really him. I don't even know if that's him. I don't even know. Is that really him? It's not even the same one, is it? I don't know. I have lost control. Willie Wills dropping a proper 199. I have lost control. I don't. The fact that he dropped a 10, if it was him, we're treating this like professional wrestling. So it's basically like, even if it's not real, it's still real to me. So that's where we are with it. I don't know. All right, we're dropping the gifties here now. So give me a minute. Oh, okay, you guys have to stop with the dollars. Like, seriously. Please, stop. Stop! It's way too much. This chat is gone. I have no control now. There's Troll King's 50 gifted memberships. I'm not even going to try to keep up with this chat at this point. I have no idea what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh, man. I really don't want to go through all those dollars when it's time to read super chats. Thank you, Willie Will, for the proper 199. Thank you, John freaking Murdoch, for the 50. Says, I survived the gayest F&T ever. I can never unsee you being sandwiched between Gary and Az. Hail the 199. Mod Lives Matter. Chat Lives Matter. And congrats to Jessica and ABF. Look at there. Thank you, John freaking Murdoch. Hail to you, brother. And then you said super chat glitch got sent twice. I saw that it went through twice, but I think it like corrected itself. I think, John, I think. Harley Dave says, for the Troll King. Hail to the Troll King. Thank you, Harley Dave. And then we got Willie Will with a proper 199. Let's freaking go. Willie Will in the house. Dark Sports Rising says, I wasn't gonna do only an effing dollar. Hail to you, brother. Thank you so much. And by the way, listen, if you keep dropping dollars, you're gonna get punished, chat. Okay. I don't want to do this. Okay. I really don't want to do this. So please don't do this. Okay. If you keep dropping dollars, I have no choice. So please don't do this. Okay? I'm going to need minimum $10 from all of you that dropped $1 in order to avoid what I'm going to do. Okay? Yeah, you're not listening. I really don't think you guys want me to do what I'm going to do. Chris, I see you in the chat. You called it. Okay, you guys, listen. I'm gonna play the clip. If I don't get $100 super chat right now, I'm playing the clip. $100 super chat, or I'm playing the clip. Troll King dropped the $10 more. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here it goes. I'm about to hit play. Bird up for 100 says play the clip. Willie says play it. Oh no! I have to play it now. Oh no! Oh no! I can only do as the chat says. 3, 2, 1. Gary's so fat. Gary's so fat. Az is like mega jacked. And Gary's fat as fuck. Someone says, is this AI? Some may say it is AI. But listen, here's the truth. This is a real picture that these idiots took together when they met. And it is one of the gayest pictures I have ever seen from anybody in this sphere. Even people that are really gay, this picture is gayer than that. This is a real picture that they took together. They look like they just got married and they're having gay sex tonight. They're so happy. So then someone took the AI and made the rest of that horrible stuff happen. But yes, so this is a terrible picture. This is a bad picture. This is so. Why would you take this and upload this? Anyway, all right. Holy crap. That was a wild grift session right there. We got to get back to Hassan, okay? So, okay. Let's back up. Let's back up. Let's check ourselves, okay? That was a lot. Okay, but let's get back to it, okay? We're going to start this over with Hassan's legendary crash out, basically agreeing with all of us with what he says right here. So here we go.
I can't stand any of you dumb fucks in this goddamn chat. Oh my fucking God, I hate the left. I hate liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single fucking day of the goddamn week. I hate my life. I hate fucking streaming. I hate socialism. I hate every single fucking person who thinks that the peak of activism is just being the most annoying, holier than thou, the most ultimately woke leftist. You did it. You have unlocked the fucking nihilism within me, okay? I am black-pilled. Nothing will ever get better. We are never going to make it out. We can't even have a normal fucking non-hostile goddamn conversation on any of these issues. Everybody just simply wants to fucking chirp into the wind because they have no power and they recognize their utter powerlessness in the face of unjustifiable constructs that we fucking exist under. And the best possible fucking thing you can do is just be goddamn annoying, okay? Oh, God. Right when the reporter is asking you about optimism, I want to just shut it off, dude. I want to shut everything off. I just want to go away. If I wasn't so goddamn stubborn, I would have a long time ago. Oh my Lord, dude. I 100% think you should someday go on sub-only mode. What do you mean? The most annoying people are literally like the 40-month subscribers.
So we are at this point now where the dog abuser himself is broken. This is not this is not something that's just a reaction to one situation with Hassan. Hassan has been lying and spreading garbage about people for years. But when the dog situation happened, instead of just owning it, he decided to lie and manipulate and twist over and over and over again. And now he is just a pretzel, twisted up full of lies, and he can't get out of it. There's nothing he can do to get out of this because he's done it to himself.
The person that caused me to fucking spiral just now is Hidejo Offliner or whatever. And that is like a routine nuisance and an offliner in this community, okay? He is a consistent voice of nuisance, okay? What are you talking about? The people that actually brick me, the people that actually cause me to fucking spiral out of control are always the people that have been in this fucking community for years, who never shut the fuck up.
You see, this is a leftist right here, and he can't handle his own leftist followers, his own people. This is what it's like to be part of the left, canceled by their own people. This is the crowd that you have cultivated. You do not get any sympathy at all. Let's back that up one more time to hear what he has to say.
In this community, okay? He is a consistent voice of nuisance, okay? What are you talking about? The people that actually brick me, the people that actually cause me to fucking spiral out of control are always the people that have been in this fucking community for years, who never shut the fuck up. I have banned him before. It's literally just, like, I'm not even singling him out. He's just one example. But this happens all the fucking time, bro. Anyway.
What was this? What was that?
It's literally just, like, I'm not even singling him out. He's just one example. But this happens all the fucking time, bro. Anyway. One of the worst aspects of like this kind of gathering online is that I think people don't behave like this in the real world. That's unironically what I was talking about. That's why I have so much hope for the future of America when I'm...
No shit. People don't run around in the real world trying to cancel everyone over words and jokes. No shit. That is literally what people like me have been saying for years, that this online narrative of being fake offended over everything is not representative of the real world. That's literally what people like me have been saying.
One of the worst aspects of like this kind of gathering online is that I think people don't behave like this in the real world. That's unironically what I was talking about. That's why I have so much hope for the future of America when I'm out in the fucking streets, right? Because I see grandparents and I see kids and I see regular ass folk that see right from wrong and they say, fuck this. What do you mean? You're just like kidnapping my neighbors. Get the fuck out of here. And they protest. And that gives me confidence. And then when I go back to the internet and I get fucking yelled at by a bunch of screenager iPad babies who are 38 years old who think that the most like radical socialist position is to constantly chirp in a fucking Twitch streamer's chat and hyper scrutinize everything and then like refuse to understand like broader points. Okay? Refuse to be open-minded. Then I'm blackpilled again. It's virtually impossible not to be blackpilled if you're online all the fucking time. Everything that we do here is so bad. It's so fucking bad. I can't.
Oh my gosh, dude. I can't believe how good this is. I can't believe how fun this is. And if you guys remember, let me see if I can find it. So this was on yesterday's stream. For those that watched, which is most of you, yesterday's stream, if you remember, there was a point where right here. So right here, if you remember, I said that this is where Hassan is going to get to. Remember this? In order to take down the #1 left-wing streamer. It's a conspiracy theory, just like Taylor Lorenz said. It's MAGA grifters that have invented this. Hassan did nothing wrong. He never had a dog to begin with. There you have it. You remember this? Remember this whole thing where I was like, we're going to move to where Hassan didn't even have a dog. That's where we're going to evolve this into. The reason I bring that up is because I was watching Asmon Gold video, and that's what he said today. I gotta find it. I don't have this pulled up. So Asmon Gold's video, literally what Asmon said.
Is supposed to communicate alongside with like your voice. That's what it's used for. And right now, I would say like all of my social media, like wherever I am on the internet, people are just like, you're a dog abuser. I'm going to come and kill you. I'm going to steal your dog. I'm going to kidnap your dog. That's one of the most insane, like, I mean, yeah, here, just now,
okay,
like 6 minutes ago, are you the dog abuser guy? Right? Like, it's always
listen, bro. Like, I think Hassan has mod in my chat. If somebody goes and threatens you, you got every right to ban them. Like, you want to ban them in my chat, you probably of calls to making any sort.
I'm trying to find where he says this because Asmon says this. Hang on.
You're not getting that,
and it's understandable. Deal with like people
Maybe
who
it's
like
a little earlier.
That does not the light on. What kind of a regular car has a light on?
She wasn't even wearing like the vibration collar that's in contention now. Like everyone was like, this is not, you know, he definitely shocked her. Like on that day, she just had like a regular collar.
Then why was it? Why did it have a beeping light? There was a light on. What kind of a regular car has a light on it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a dog wizard, right? But like, damn, that doesn't seem right.
She has a bunch of different collars.
That does not seem
there's a
right.
Fight collar. There's a vibration collar.
Does not. It's not
for reinforcing her training, or most importantly, for walking around when I'm like out.
Was there even a dog?
There it goes. See, I called it. This is where it's going to move to. Hassan is going to move to. There was never even a dog.
Because I don't remember the dog. I don't think there was a dog.
In the park or when I'm hiking or anything like that.
It's going to move to that. I'm telling you, man. So that was me yesterday where I said this was going to happen. I'm telling you, like, Hassan and the people that follow him are fucking insane. And they will shift this to a point to go, I don't even think Hassan had a dog. MAGA grifters are just making this up. MAGA grifters are just making this up about Hassan. He never had a dog. That's where we are. This is so freaking good. I love it. I'm having so much fun with this. On top of that, Hassan, his adult film star supporter, Sasha Grey. Not that I've ever seen any of her films. Maybe a couple. But Sasha Grey has been striking people's channels for calling her out. Yes, that happened. She's now striking channels down after being exposed when she got busted, basically. I'm trying to find the clip right now. But so this thing is spiraling out of control. I kind of want to, like, searching Sasha Grey on Twitter might be kind of dangerous, but also not a terrible idea. I'm going to search Sasha Grey's name. I'm got to be careful. Okay. So, right here, Sasha Grey just copyright claimed anyone using her clip to hide the truth of her blatantly ignoring the truth just to defend her daddy Hassan. They are actively abusing fair use. So this is happening right now. I don't know if, I mean, I'll pull the clip up. If she copyright claims me, I'll just grift the shit out of it. I'll also thank her for her service. But let's see. So this is the clip that she's apparently copyright claiming.
I saw someone who provided info of the caller when he showed it. He took out the contact points and put electrical tape over it. I watched the same clip. There's no tape. And you can't take those points out. You cannot cut the prongs off man, that's what I'm saying. The cope is so hard with a lot of people on this.
Like the electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
Oh, I don't want to watch any more of this. I saw.
Oh man, it's just getting so good. They're just destroying themselves. It's absolutely insane. My goodness. This is where we are. Ah, man. Good old Hassan giving us all the entertainment that we could ever ask for. This is glorious, glorious indeed. Okay, there's a lot of super chats to catch up on. You guys, holy crap, man. And the Troll King drops a 50. I don't even know if this was the original guy that I was like going after, but it doesn't matter. Hassan is a great example to come. They would love to put collars on all of us. What do they know or what they don't know? I just might like it. Thank you, Troll King. Hail to you, brother. You've made this stream very fun. Now the gayest CobraCast ever. After that clip, I agree. It was not good at all. Yikes. If you need to rely on Sasha Grey to cover for you, you have failed as a human. I agree. But also respect to her. As I've said, man, like I always like when I'm covering the entertainment sphere, all these lefties are like, Jeremy doesn't like women in his movies. And I'm like, there are certain sites where I only prefer women in my movies. Okay? There's certain sites where I only prefer women. So, Harley Dave says, Grok, is this real? Thank you, Harley Dave. Oh my gosh. Bird Up with the $100. Willie Will with the $100. You guys are crazy. All these dollar super chats. Harley Dave just said no. Rhino Helix is master class in it, showing folks what the grift really is. Chef's kiss. That's a 1999 right there too. Oh my gosh. The Troll King dropped another $10 for no reason whatsoever. And I appreciate that. Goodness gracious. Shockwave 199. Hey, I like that. Shockwave 199. Shockwave is one of my favorite GI Joes. So seeing Shockwave 199 is awesome. Yeah, that's the way to make it stop. Just tell us you don't want it. Thank you. I love the street name, by the way. God, all these dollars. You guys are insane. Eric K says, sometimes I question the judgment of everyone here. Are we here for the charity, the pity? Do we all feel sorry for Jeremy? Is it a train wreck you cannot look away? I don't know. Not handsome, entertaining, or smart. Yes. That's the answer, Eric. Yes. Simple as that. I mean, there's nothing else to say. There are so many dollar super chats. I hate all of you. I'm just going to start attacking my audience like Hassan attacked his. Harley Dave says this could have been special. Andrew says, for the Troll King, here is more of my hard-earned money. Thank you. Troll King with another $10. Thank you. Smash JT with a 99 zip. Bubba Dank says he's trolling. I'm not blocked. See there? He knows. Marmillin says, at Troll King, Jeremy, I have been trying to send you this for a long time. I moan when I wipe. Marmillin was the first one to drop the $100 on a Friday Night Tights when I called for that too. Hail to you, brother. Thank you. Shaky Owen says, I've never been a G.I. Joe fan, a little before my time. I grew up with Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers, but my dream is to own the USS flag because it literally has my name on it. Yeah, I really hope to own that one day. It's just, gosh, but I want the Terradrome first. I want the Terradrome. Bubba Doom says one of the best finishing moves is the Mandible Claw with Sacco delivered by Dude Love. 2 props to Drunk 3PO. I love his morning show. He's a perfect upbeat start to the day. And 3, the Commie Party is funding the No Kings horseshit. They absolutely are. It's Soros funded. It's Soros funded. By the way, I do have to give a special shout out because, as you guys know, I made the announcement about the new Geeks and Gamers website that we announced today. Drunk 3PO is probably one of the central figures that initially got all of this started. So without Jay, I'm not sure this actually happens. Jay was the one that initially came to me and he's like, you should consider talking to these guys. They're good dudes. So Jay actually was a strong piece to the puzzle. And this thing has been going on for a long time. But again, Drunk 3PO, Don 3PO is one of the main reasons this happened. And I think what's cool about it is you got the Meet G&G page. And so we have little bios for everybody, stuff like that, which, it kind of gives a little more context to everything we have going on. So, just kind of introducing more and more people to the staff and the team. And we've got more people we're going to have to add, but these are like some of the visible personalities that we wanted to feature over there. So, exciting stuff. Okay, Kyle T says someone needs to edit Trump and Macron into the scene from Superman 2 where he crushes Zod's hand and throws him across the room. Hell yeah. Good Ben isn't on the bio page. That's pretty good. Tennessee Tornado says go Vols. Bird Up says the man doesn't like pumpkins. Respect. VJ the Vigilant says will there be as many phases as Rebel Moon? Summer says, will you get some shirts that fit the ladies? Yes. Ripa Sin team, are you listening? Ladies want some ladies fit shirts for Geeks and Gamers. VJ the Vigilant, yeah, I answered that one earlier about a mobile app. It's just resources, man. It's just money. Ryan Miller says the sad and pathetic upcoming No Kings protest is going to look embarrassing for the Democrats, but never interrupt your enemy when they make a mistake. Agreed. So in terms of today or yesterday, we did have Trump and Zelensky. And look, man, I mean, if you guys want to watch the roundtable, I have not seen it either because I was busy today. I saw a couple of clips from this, but I haven't seen the entire thing. And I haven't even heard, I saw a couple of clips that people were reacting to and things like that. But I haven't seen the whole thing. So if you guys want to watch this together, we can do that. I do want to show you one thing that people were talking about. Let me see if I can find it right here. Trump is one of one. There's just nobody like Trump. There just isn't. Right here, President Trump. Let's just listen in right here.
Maduro offered everything in his country, all the natural resources. He even recorded a message to you in English recently, offering mediation. What should we do in order to stop that?
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to fuck around with the United States. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Let's go.
Offered everything in his country, all the natural resources. He even recorded a message to you in English recently, offering mediation. What should we do in order to stop that?
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to fuck around with the United States. Thank you, everybody.
And ends it. Like, what an absolute Chad, okay? Mega giga Chad. All right, so here we go. All right, so let's listen in. I have not seen this in its entirety. I don't know how many of you have, but let's watch it and enjoy.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's an honor to be with a very strong leader, a man who has been through a lot, and a man who I've gotten to know very well, and we've gotten along really very well. And we had a big call yesterday, as you know, with President Putin, and we'll be talking about it. President Zelensky of Ukraine has endured a lot. I mean, he really has. He's endured a lot, and we've endured it with him. To be honest, it's been a long time, and I think we're making great progress. So we're going to be talking about that today. We'll be talking about what took place yesterday with my phone call with President Putin, and I think that things are coming along pretty well. It began with Alaska, where I think certain guidelines were discussed, and we want to see if we can get this done. This was long ago into the Biden administration. I came here and we inherited this, and we'd like to see if we could finish it, end it. We want it ended. So many people have died in this war, and we're gonna get it ended. So I just want to thank you all very much. If you have a couple of questions, go ahead, please. In fact, before I do that, let me just ask the president to say a few words. Thank you, President.
Pleasure. Glad to meet you again, Mr. President. Thank you very much for the invitation. Again, my congratulations with your successful ceasefire in the Middle East.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you did it, and I think this is a momentum to finish Russia's war against Ukraine. I think that, yes, we understand that Putin is not ready. I think not ready, but I think that I'm confident that with your help, we can stop this war. And we really need it. We see that they don't have successful steps on the battlefield, and it's good. I think that their army is weak now, but a lot of losses. They have a lot of losses in economy and people, and I think this is a very important moment. And I wanted to thank you, Mr. President, after our phone calls. Yesterday I had a good opportunity to meet with a big American energy company.
Now, I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is when Trump and Zelensky met today. So this, I'm not saying they. This is what I heard. This is when Trump and Zelensky met today. Apparently, they got things, patched up. But here we go. All right. Back to this.
And they're ready to help us. Yes, after all these attacks on our infrastructure, Russian attacks, and etc. And I had also meetings, thanks to your team. We had meetings with a good military companies. We spoke about air defense, and I want to share it after with details where we are. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Very good. And I think he looks beautiful in his jacket.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I hope people know.
He said he looks beautiful. talks about him like he's like a little boy. Like, you look beautiful. You look great.
It's a good. It's actually very stylish. I like it.
President Trump.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Under the Biden administration, the White House was fearing of a possible escalation. They were not allowing the Ukrainians to strike into Russia, fearing of this escalation.
Yeah.
Would your administration allow Ukrainians to strike deep into Russia?
We're going to be talking about that. That's something we'll be talking about. You're right. It's an escalation, but we'll be talking about that.
Mr. President. Will President Zelensky join you in Hungary to meet President Putin?
Because it's a leader that we like. We like Viktor Orban. He likes him. I like him. It's a country that's a safe country. Done a very good job. He's been a very good leader in the sense of running
What's
his
up,
country.
Raider?
He doesn't
Thank
have
you,
a lot
Raider.
of the problems that other countries have, and so we've decided that we'll be going to be with Viktor Orban, and he will. I think he'll be a very good host.
President Trump. President Trump. President Trump. Right here.
It's in
President Trump.
Hungary, yeah. We're doing Hungary, yeah.
With Putin, trilateral meeting, or is it just you and Putin?
To be determined, but I would say most likely it's going to be a double meeting. It'll be a double meeting, but we will have the president, Zelensky, in touch. There's a lot of bad blood with the two presidents, and I'm not speaking out of turn when I say it. It's a very difficult situation. You know, we just settled the war, and after thousands of years, I guess. People say anywhere from 500 to 3,000 years, and I was in rooms, as you saw, because you were with me. A lot of you were with me last week with leaders that didn't like each other, but they were able to get along. These two leaders do not like each other, and we want to make it comfortable for everybody. So one way or the other, we'll be involved in threes, but it may be separated.
President Trump. Mr. President. President Trump.
Was he what? Where are you from?
From Ukraine. We actually had a
Okay, good.
discussion with me
Good, yeah.
today. What if Mr. President Putin doesn't agree to peace in Hungary? What do you do then? Do you have...
Well, let's see what happens. I mean, you know, what if? I think he will. I think that President Putin wants to end the war, or I wouldn't be talking this way. I think he wants to end the war. I spoke to him yesterday for 2.5 hours. We went through a lot of details. He wants to get it ended. I think that President Zelensky wants to get it ended. Now we have to get it done.
President Trump. Kara Castronova from Lindell TV. And although I love asking...
Dude, Trump loves this. He is just in his element. Nobody else can handle stuff like this, and he's just like right there.
you questions today. My question is...
By the way, pretty good personality.
...is for President Zelensky
Sure.
of Ukraine.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Our President Zelensky, President Trump, just brokered a peace deal in the Middle East that all Americans, both sides of the aisle, are very proud of. But to meet that deal, both sides had to make concessions. Our president has stuck out his neck in many ways to make a peace deal for your war as well. What specific concessions are you willing to make to end this war with Russia? Will you give up joining NATO? Americans have foreign war fatigue, and our president, as he said, we need our tomahawks too.
To me.
Yes, you
Okay. Thank you very much.
That's some question, right?
So many questions in one. Thank you very much for your question. First of all, I think we need to sit and speak. The second point, we need ceasefire.
Dude, Trump loves reality TV, and that's what we have right now. Like, we just have the reality TV administration. That's what it is. Jimmy Ray says the White House and Homeland Security have joined Blue Sky. I don't know. I've never been on Blue Sky. I mean, I think I created like an account a while back, but I've never actually been on there because I guess you couldn't look at stuff. So I was trying to look at something, but I haven't went back on there. But maybe they're there to troll it. JD Vance was on there to troll it. And then Harley Dave for 20 says boobies. And then Laughing Man says, I agree with Harley Dave. I agree with Laughing Man agreeing with Harley Dave. Thank you, Raider, for that super chat as well.
Even now, you see in the Middle East, it's very difficult to hold ceasefire. Everywhere, in every war, it's very difficult. We want peace. Putin doesn't want. That's why we need pressure on him. We will speak with President today what we need. We understand what we need to push Putin to negotiation table. And as I said previously, so we are ready to speak in any kind of format, bilateral, trilateral, doesn't matter. Matter just peace. This is important. And we don't speak about NATO or NATO. For Ukrainians, it's very important. Of course, it's our decision, decisions of allies to decide where we are.
But are you willing to get
Yes, but the most important thing for people in Ukraine, which are under each day's attacks, to have really strong security guarantees. NATO is the best, but weapon is very important. Allies on our side is very important. And between us, for us, bilateral security guarantees between me and President Trump is very important. I don't know, we didn't speak with details about it, but this is the most important document because the United States is very strong.
Sir, President Trump, you are the middleman right now, hoping to end this conflict. Who is doing a better job negotiating, President Zelensky or President Putin?
I think they're both doing a great job in that sense. We have to get it done. We've got to take some of the hatred of each other. You know, they don't like each other. I say that in front of President Zelensky, but I say it in front of President Putin too. They have tremendous bad blood. It's really is what is holding up, I think, a settlement. I think we're going to get it done, and we have to make it long-lasting. As I said in the Middle East, everlasting, right? Everlasting. And the Middle East is a much more complicated situation. You know, we had 59 countries involved, and every one of them agreed. And it's, you know, it's sort of amazing. Most people didn't think that was doable. This is going to be something I really believe that's going to get done. I had a very good talk yesterday with President Putin. I think he wants to get it done.
And President Zelensky, right behind you. When we were in Israel with President Trump earlier in the week, we heard a lot about the difference in diplomacy between President Trump and President Joe Biden before him. What do you see as the biggest difference in diplomacy between President Trump and President Biden?
President Trump has.
I'm loving that he has to sit here. This is like The Apprentice in politics. Like, it's like Trump is sitting there at the boardroom and he's like staring a hole through Zelensky while Zelensky has to answer questions from the press. This is phenomenal.
Is the biggest difference in diplomacy between President Trump and President Biden?
President Trump has a big chance now to finish this war. President Biden now is not the president, so he doesn't have a chance to finish this war. And President Trump is really showed for the world that he can manage ceasefire in the Middle East, and that's why I hope that he will do this, and we will also have such big success. For Ukraine, it's a big chance, and I hope that President Trump can manage it.
I would say the biggest difference is one is extremely competent and the other one is grossly incompetent.
Sir, a few weeks ago in New York when you two met, you said that you think Ukraine could ultimately take back all the territory that it's lost so far. Do you still think that's the case, or do you think there'll have to be some sort of
You
swap
never
of
know.
territory?
Look, you know, war is very interesting. You never know, do you? You just never know. With war and peace, but you never know. Please.
Russia calls Tomahawk supply to Ukraine as an escalation. Yet it continues using similar cruise missiles like Caliber. And
Yeah. Who are you with? Who are you with? You Ukraine? Good.
He was getting ready to rip him apart. He was getting ready.
Continue even using the cruise missiles and also nuclear-capable ballistic missiles in Ukraine since 2022. So do you consider providing Ukraine with the Tomahawk or similar missiles as an opportunity to equalize the possibilities of Ukraine and Russia and push Moscow to the negotiation
Yeah,
table?
sure. We're going to be talking about that. That's why we're here. Okay? Fair question. exactly as he told you to say it, but we're going to be talking about it.
Dude, I wish I would have watched this live. This is so good. This is so good.
Okay? Yeah, please.
That message to India and Hungary was still refused.
You said India and Hungary? That's an interesting... India and Hungary. It's an interesting combination. Huh?
Buying Russian oil.
Well, India is not going to be buying Russian oil anymore. And Hungary is sort of stuck because they have one pipeline that's been there for years and years and years, and they're inland. They don't have sea. They don't have sea. And I spoke with the very great leader of Hungary. And
thank you, Troll King. And I think Harley Dave dropped 20 gifted memberships earlier too. There was all this chaos, and I'd missed calling it out. But thank you, Troll King. Troll King's been dropping bombs.
They are, it's very hard for them to get oil. I understand it. Hungary's in a very interesting position because they can't have ports. They're surrounded by land. So we'll see what happens there. But India will not be buying oil from Russia. And they've already de-escalated, and they've more or less stopped. They're pulling back. They bought about 38% of the oil, and they won't be doing it anymore.
What's cool about this is, like I said, so for years I was a fan of just Donald Trump, the personality. I just thought he was a funny guy, and I also felt that even before he became president, I just always felt like, I don't know what it was always this, Trump just has this aura that he's always the most important guy in the room. I've always felt that way about him. And a lot of this was probably from when, Celebrity Apprentice and The Apprentice. And it's just like, this guy commands respect no matter where he's at. And now seeing him as the president of the United States sitting in a boardroom full of powerful people, and he's just holding court like nobody can. Like nobody has control of a situation like this dude. It's incredible.
Melania Trump has been helping you in achieving peace in Ukraine.
Who has?
First Lady Melania Trump
Yeah.
has been helping in returning abducted Ukrainian children from Russian captivity. President Zelensky, do you appreciate those efforts? How do you assess them? And did you ask her to step in and to help you?
No, she wanted to do it. She just felt very strongly about the children. And she's done a really good job, I think, in bringing it to the fore. We have a lot of children.
Thank you, Harley.
It's some people say it's 20,000, and some people say it's 300. There's a big difference between that.
Jessica, have we made it official on what you're doing for us on the website? Is that something I can say yet? Jessica, let me know. Let me confirm if I can say that publicly. I know I talked to Jonas, but I don't know if you're ready for me to say that. I can? Okay. So Jessica is our official community writer for geeksandgamers.com. So she's going to be covering all of the YouTube sphere stuff. So like I said, talking about stuff like with Gary or Critical Drinker or Geeks and Gamers or Ryan or whoever else. She's going to be the community writer for geeksandgamers.com. So she's going to have, her finger on the pulse of everything going on from that perspective. So make sure you follow her on Twitter. And Jessica, you can drop your Twitter link and make sure you go follow her, and you guys can tag her if there's anything she needs to be aware of from that perspective. So and I would say this is like a community wide thing that no matter whose stream you're on, I think that if there's anything you ever want us to cover or that you think needs to be covered, put a timestamp in the comment section. So it's an easy place for somebody like Jessica or our researchers to go to. If you're like, hey, this is a part right here where something said during this stream, you guys should check out, that helps us a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, congrats to Jessica.
So nobody really knows, but she felt very strongly about the children. She thinks about the children all the time.
President Trump, if you okay tomahawks to Ukraine, what's going to happen if the United States is in a conflict and we need the tomahawks? Do we have enough?
That's a problem. We need Tomahawks, and we need a lot of other things that we've been sending over the last 4 years to Ukraine. We've been, we gave them a lot. Now we have a different situation. We send it to the European Union. They pay for it and all that, and they have plenty of money. But it's beyond the money. We need Tomahawks, and we need a lot of other weapons that we're sending to Ukraine. One of the reasons we want to get this war over is exactly that. It's not easy for us to give. You're talking about massive numbers of very powerful weapons. So that's one of the things we'll be talking about. Hopefully they won't need it. Hopefully we'll be able to get the war over with without thinking about Tomahawks. I think we're fairly close to that. Yeah, go ahead. President, yeah, please.
Just to understand. So for today, of course, we want to finish this war, but the war is another technological war. You don't use just Tomahawks. If you want to target a military goal, you need thousands of drones. It goes together with such missiles. Ukraine has such thousands of our production drones, but we don't have Tomahawks. That's why we need Tomahawks. But United States is a very strong production, and the United States has Tomahawks and other missiles, very strong missiles, but they can have our thousands of drones. That's why where we can work together, where we can strengthen American production.
And so just so that I understand, so you're suggesting kind of a trade. If President Trump okays Tomahawk missiles to help you launch...
Yes, it's about
Russia,
military goals. It's only about military goals.
Right, but then you would authorize some kind of an exchange where...
Yes, of course.
The US
yes, we have proposition. Yeah, we have big proposition with our drones.
President Trump, I don't mean to be brokering an arms deal here, but is that something that you would be interested in, Ukrainian drones?
We are, yeah, we would. We have a lot of drones right now. We build our own drones, but we also...
Thank you, Justin. Appreciate it, brother.
Others, and they make a very good drone. I mean, drone warfare has really come to the fore over the last couple of years because of this war. I will say, there's nothing like the jets. We knocked out a lot of drones in Israel. We were knocking them out for Israel, and we were doing it with extremely fast and powerful jets, following the drones and knocking the hell out of them. So, we know a lot about the drones, and we know a lot about the great jets, the great ones. The ones, and the B-52s, which were totally they were stealth. They were undetectable. So we have a lot of different weapons. And, I have an obligation also, though, to make sure that we're completely stocked up as a country, because you never know what's going to happen. In war and peace, right? You never know what's going to happen. So we're going to be talking about Tomahawks, and would much rather have them not need Tomahawks. Would much rather have the war be over, to be honest, because, we're in it to get the war over. We're selling a lot of different types of weapon, as you know, to the European Union. We're not in it for that. We're in it to get it over. We're losing thousands of people a week. Thousands of people, Russian, Ukrainian, and mostly soldiers. Mostly soldiers. But we're in it to see that end. And if we can end quickly, and I think we can. I had a very good talk yesterday. We're going to be talking about it. But I had a very productive talk yesterday with President Putin. We'll see what happens. But the war in the Middle East was far more complicated. We got that one done. And I think we have a good chance. I think President Zelensky wants it done, and I think President Putin wants it done. Now all they have to do is get along a little bit.
Can you give us an update on the trade negotiations with China, or perhaps Secretary Bessent?
Yeah, I will, and I'm going to let Scott do that. But I think we're doing very well. I think we're getting along with China. China would like to have something. As of this moment, we'll be meeting in a couple of weeks. We'll be meeting in South Korea.
You think
myself.
Will go forward?
I think so. It looks like it's going forward. I think so. They want to meet. We like to meet. I have a very good relationship with President Xi, and we're going to see what happens. But, for years we were taken advantage of by China very badly. We were losing hundreds of billions of dollars a year to China. We really built their military, if you think about it. The kind of money that presidents allowed to be lost to China was just insane. And then when I came into office, as you know, I put very severe tariffs. So we took in hundreds of billions of dollars in my first term from China. Biden let that go because it was so much. He let it continue, but he gave all sorts of exceptions. And by the time you looked at it, Scott, I would say it wasn't the same thing. He would give an exception for anything. If you got up and went out to dinner, he'd give you an exception. So it wasn't the same thing. But I put on very serious tariffs. So we took in hundreds of billions of dollars. And then I left office. The election was rigged. I left office, and that was the story. Now I come back, and we are in a very strong position because of tariffs. We're in a very powerful position because of the fact that we have tariffs. If we didn't have tariffs, we would be in a very weak position. We would be in a weakened state. But with tariffs, we've made hundreds of billions of dollars, not only from China, but from others. And China wants to talk, and we like talking to China. So we have a very good relationship, and we're going to be meeting in South Korea in a couple of weeks. And I just got back from a long trip. I'm going on another long trip. And Scott, you want to say a few words on that, please?
Yes, sir. So the entire relationship stems from the great perspective the two leaders have for each other. China did a substantial, unprovoked escalation last week. We were unable to get in touch with them. Since then, it's been IMF World Bank Week. They have had working level people here there have been meetings. The Vice Premier, who is my counterpart, and I will be speaking this evening at around 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then he and I and a delegation will meet in Malaysia probably a week from tomorrow to prepare for the two presidents to meet. So I think that things have de-escalated. We hope that China will show the respect that we have shown them. And I am confident that President Trump, because of his relationship with President Xi, will be able to get things back on a good course.
Is the hope for that meeting with you and President Xi some kind of trade deal then, or
could be?
More
Look, I think we're in a very strong position. We're getting, as you know, as of November 1st, I could move it up if I wanted, a 100% tariff over and above what we get now. So that would make it about 157%. And China doesn't want that, and they want to talk, and we're talking. And I think we'll make a deal that will be good for both. I think we will do something. But you have to understand, we never got anything from China. It was a one-way street. For many years, for decades, it was a one-way street. And they became rich because of the United States. And frankly, presidents that, let's be nice, they didn't know. They just didn't know. They didn't understand what was happening to them. But I understood it. I understood it long before I ran for politics. I used to watch in amazement at how stupid our country was, how stupid they were. And we're not stupid anymore. And that includes with the European Union, that includes with Japan and South Korea.
Not stupid anymore.
All we want to do is be treated fairly. But the fairly is hundreds of billions and even trillions of dollars coming into the United States. And it's our national security is secure because of tariffs. If we didn't have tariffs, we would have no national security. So it's very important.
Will you seek China's help in ending the war in Ukraine? Do you need them to put pressure on Russia?
I'll be discussing that, but I'd love to see it ended before that.
President,
I mean, I think we have a chance of ending the war quickly if flexibility is shown on behalf. And again, we're not losing people. The United States is not. We're not losing people. We're not spending money. We're getting paid for the, ammunition and missiles and everything else that we're sending to the European Union, but to NATO. But it's very similar. If you look at the countries, I mean, it's very similar. And we just made a very fair trade deal with the European Union, and what we wanted, and we made a very good deal with NATO too. They pay for all of this. That's not what we're in this for. We're in it to save thousands of lives every week. Thousands and thousands of lives. That's why we're in it. And I think we have a very good chance of bringing this war to a conclusion.
President, and your cabinet has done honestly an excellent job. I think that a lot of people could agree to that.
Thank you.
I'm speaking as someone who lost my father in a war, so I know the human cost. What would your advice be to American leaders, to world leaders, to neocons, to TV hosts who often speak about conflict in abstract or strategic terms rather than the human cost and the human terms. Like
Look,
you have.
my only statement is we have to get together. It's a very small group of people. It's the president, and the president. Okay, 3 presidents. And I'm the mediator president. And I'm mediating not an easy situation. It should be easy, but it's a lot easier when people understand each other, and when they get together, and when they like each other. We don't necessarily have that situation as far as like is concerned. Maybe it can turn around. Maybe it can. But in the meantime, we'll have them keep a little bit of distance, and we're going to see if we can get it done. This is number 9, okay? This will be number 9 for me. I've solved 8, including the Middle East. I've solved 8. This, I thought, would have been among the easiest. We solved, President Putin mentioned yesterday Armenia, you know, all of the different wars. He said it was amazing because but the big one that he was surprised that we were able to settle was the Middle East. He thought it was incredible. He was very generous in that sense. This should be something we're able to settle, and I think we will be able to settle.
Yes, sir. On that note, you will go down as the peacemaker, no doubt, and you will resolve this war.
Well, you know, we resolved 8 others. It's funny how people say that. If you get this one,
I like how Trump doesn't give a chance to talk. He's complimenting Trump, and he doesn't even give him a chance to finish the question.
As the peacemaker, no doubt, and you will resolve this war.
Well, you know, we resolved 8 others. It's funny how people say that. If you get this one, every time I do one, they forget about that one. I solved 8 wars. Go to Rwanda and the Congo. Talk about India and Pakistan. Look at Thailand. Look at all of the wars that we solved. And every time I solve one, they say, if you solve the next one, you're going to get the Nobel Prize. I didn't get a Nobel Prize. Like somebody got it. She's a very nice woman. Very nice. I don't know who she is, but she was very generous. So
because she complimented Trump, so he's okay with her.
I don't care about all that stuff. I just care about saving lives. But this will be number 9. But every time I solve one, they said, sir, if you solve one more, you're going to be known as a peacekeeper. So to the best of my knowledge, we've never had a president that solved one war. Not one war. Bush started a war. A lot of them start wars, but they don't solve the wars. They don't.
Trump took a compliment and literally just has ran with this. Like, I don't think that was going to be his question at all, but Trump is he's just a steamroller, man. He's just like, boom, I'm going to bust down this wall.
Settle them. And especially when they have nothing to do with us. I saw almost, I guess, just about all of these wars had nothing to do with us, but I saved tens of millions of lives. The Prime Minister of Pakistan said, I saved millions of lives in interceding on Pakistan, and you look at Pakistan and India as an example. That would have been a bad one, 2 nuclear nations, right? So I say this.
You see how he's trying to follow up with Trump? Look at him put his arm up. Watch.
In interceding on Pakistan, and you look at Pakistan and India as an example. That would have been a bad one,
right
2 nuclear nations, right?
He's trying.
So I say this. This is pretty much the last one, although I do understand that Pakistan attacked, or there is an attack going on with Afghanistan. That's an easy one for me to solve if I have to solve it. In the meantime, I have to run the USA, but I love solving wars. You know why? I like stopping people from being killed, and I've saved millions and millions of lives, and I think we're going to have success with this war. Wait, please.
President Zelensky, this is your 3rd.
Nice.
You look excellent.
He got himself back in there.
Thank you. For you, by the way.
Good job.
This is your 3rd time here. How different sitting across from the president is this time versus the 2 previous times here at the White House, and how confident are you hearing the success rate of solving these prior wars that he can get this war solved?
First of all, about suit. The same suit because the same president. It's very simple. The next president will have another suit. Yes, about our relations with President Trump. I think we have important dialogues, and I think we begin to understand each other. Yes, and I know that President is briefed very well about situation in the battlefield, and he knows a lot what's going on the battlefield in Ukraine, and I think it really helps when you know a lot of things, a lot of details about one or another war. It helps a lot, but we are still in war, and I hope we can manage.
You are being clear that there are some countries that are not meeting their commitment. You pointed out Spain. They
Zelensky does not want to be there, like, at all.
said that like it's impossible.
No, Spain has not come through. No, Spain has not been loyal to NATO. Spain has been, they're the only one. Everyone went up to, as you know, I mean, you were at 2% and they all went up to 5%, but Spain disagreed with that. I think Spain should be reprimanded for that. I think it's very bad that they did that, but that's up to them. That's up to NATO and Spain.
They cannot be expelled from NATO.
Can they or not?
They cannot, according to the treaty, but they also claim that they are protected by the European Union umbrella for trade.
Well, the other people, many of the other countries are in the European Union too. They're not complaining, right?
President, tell you that food is serious.
That's interesting.
Mr. President.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Do you think you can carry the momentum from the Middle East deal over to this deal? And
I do.
How does that move the needle?
Yeah, I do. I think we carry a lot of momentum, a lot of credibility. Getting Middle East done was very important. Nobody thought it could be done. That was one nobody thought could be done, and we got it done. And a lot of that was the big hit that we put on Iran with respect to the nuclear. They took that was an unbelievable military maneuver, the B-2s, and many other planes involved, by the way, but the B-2s. Yeah, I think nobody expected that to happen, and you know we had 59 countries involved, and these were countries very diverse. You had Arab, Muslim, Jewish. You had every country, Christian. You had every country, many countries involved, and we got that done. And we got it done pretty swiftly after we set the table properly. We had to set the table properly. This should be one that we get done. And I think the table is set properly here now, too. And it'll be a great honor. It'll be a great honor to get it done. And the Ukrainian people are great, and the Russian people are great. And obviously they have much in common, as we understand. They have a lot in common. So it'll be a great honor to get it done. Yeah.
On Venezuela, there are survivors from your latest boat strike. What happens to those survivors?
Well, I'll ask Marco to discuss that possibly.
Yeah, it's well known there's an ongoing narco-terrorist operation the United States has been conducting. As far as details of any recent strikes, we're not prepared here to announce all those details, but you'll get that information here very shortly.
And how are there survivors when these are meant to be lethal attacks?
Yeah, again, I mean, we're undertaking these operations against narco-terrorists. That's what these are. These are terrorists. Let's be clear. And but as far as the details of any recent operations, when we are prepared to announce those, we will, as the president has consistently done. So you may get something on that later today.
Let me ask you, that was in a submarine, right? We attacked a submarine, and that was a drug-carrying submarine built specifically for the transportation of massive amounts of drugs, just so you understand. This was not an innocent group of people. I don't know too many people that have submarines, and that was an attack on a drug-carrying, loaded-up submarine. Yeah.
On Putin, is it your belief, as Mr. Zelensky said yesterday, that the threat of tomahawks and costs, as Secretary Hicks had put it, is that bringing him to the table, the fact that it's kind of a carrot and stick?
I don't know what's bringing him to it. I think he wants to make a deal, that's all. I can't tell you what's bringing him. Sure, that's the threat of that is good, but the threat of that is always there. Tomahawks are very dangerous weapons. They're incredible weapons. If you like warfare, it's one of the most accurate. You know, we hit 30 Tomahawks in Iran after the B-2s did their damage. We sort of gave it a little capper with 30 Tomahawks from a submarine, quite far away actually, but they're an amazing weapon. They're a very powerful weapon, but they're a very dangerous weapon, and it could mean big, escalation. It could mean a lot of bad things can happen. Tomahawks are a big deal, but one thing I have to say, we want Tomahawks also. We don't want to be giving away things that we need to protect our country. We have a very strong country right now. We have a strong military. We have the greatest military in the world. We have the greatest weapons in the world. I want to get this war over. Okay?
Putin-Trump tunnel to connect Russia and Alaska. Are you interested?
I just heard about it. A tunnel from Russia to Alaska. I just heard about that one. That's an interesting one. We'll have to think about that. I hadn't heard that. We just did a nice road in Alaska that's going to get us to a lot of minerals, and we have a piece of it, a good piece of the ownership because of the fact we made it possible. But this came up yesterday, a tunnel from Russia to Alaska. That's an interesting. What do you think of that, Mr. President? Do you have any ideas? How do you like that idea?
I'm not happy with this.
I don't think you're going to like it. I don't think he liked it. I don't think he liked it.
President Trump, do you think that Vladimir Putin, do you think that Putin is your gut instinct?
Well, we had a senator that wanted, remember, from Hawaii, she wanted a tunnel from the mainland to Hawaii. Then she said, well, we can't do that, so we're going to build a railroad to Hawaii. Do you remember? She's a current sitting senator, a Democrat. She wants a railroad to go to Hawaii, right? You know who that is, right? She's another beauty.
President Trump, Putin, your gut instinct.
Yeah, please.
On your meeting with Putin, aren't you concerned that maybe the Russian president is trying to buy himself more time?
Yeah, I am, but, I've been played all my life by the best of them, and I came out really well. So it's possible, yeah, a little time.
Is your gut instinct
it's all right. But I think that I'm pretty good at this stuff. I think that he wants to make a deal. I made 8 of them. I'm going to make a 9th. I think he wants to make a deal. Well, I think that he should have won the war in a week. Yeah, I do think. And if we didn't give the anti-tank missiles, as you know, the javelins they call them, they got stuck in the mud. They would have been in Kiev very quickly. They were heading to Kiev. So, in war, you have a lot of luck, too. People, weather has won war, and the cold and the heat and all things take place in war. But that was a very interesting moment when the tanks started rolling and some brilliant general said, let's go through the mud instead of going down the highway, right? So they got a little bit lucky. But you know where they really got lucky? I gave javelins. That wasn't given by Barack Hussein Obama. He gave them sheets. There's a statement. Obama gave them sheets, and I gave them the javelins. And the javelins are a devastating weapon. And that wasn't given by Obama. That was given by, because at the time it was Obama. That was given by me. So it was like one of those things. And you had hundreds of them. They're a devastating weapon. We have a lot of devastating weapons. I'd rather not use them. But that was a big moment. When the tanks got stuck, they got stuck. And call it luck or call it talent. I'm not sure what you'd call it, but it was a big moment in time.
Do you think Democrats will give you credit? Do you think Democrats will give you credit when you finally end this war, like they did with the war in the Middle East? And
I think right now the Democrats are really damaged, mentally damaged. They want to take $1.5 trillion with a T, $1 trillion, and give it to people that invaded our country. They came into our country illegally, from prisons, from mental institutions, gang members. They want to give them health care and take it away from our citizens. We're not going to do that. $1.5 trillion. They want to destroy our health care system. We're not going to let that happen.
Have you authorized CIA operations in Venezuela as part of?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but Some interesting things are happening around the world, I'll say that.
Mr. President, it has been reported that Maduro offered everything in his country, all the natural resources. He even recorded a message to you in English recently, offering mediation. What should we do in order to stop that?
He has offered everything. He's offered.
Oh, they cut it? They clipped it out where he cussed? Are you kidding me? That's the way you end it. They edited that. No.
Offering mediation. What should we do in order to stop that?
He has offered everything. He's offered.
Dude. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The best part of the whole video, and they cut it out. Oh, I'm playing the clip. I'm finding it right now. Good. This is why the mainstream media is such garbage. Like, why the fuck would you clip that out? I hate the mainstream. Like, I despise them. Everything they stand for. Good Lord. Let me see if I can find it. Right here is what they clipped out, okay? This is what they clipped out, cowards.
Maduro offered everything in his country, all the natural resources. He even recorded a message to you in English recently, offering mediation. What should we do in order to stop that?
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to fuck around with the United States. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. That's the way he ended that. What a badass Trump is. Like, ending it like that is so freaking awesome. Like, unbelievable. So, you love to see it. I actually saw this right here. This video right here, Trump's most insane quotes out of context. Okay? I mean, this is perfect, okay? Trump's most insane quotes out of context. Here we go.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. Turn them off. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Getting a good picture, everybody, so we look nice and handsome and thin.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Nice and handsome and thin, and then the video goes to
lights. Getting a good picture, everybody, so we look nice and handsome and thin.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. Latin music superstar Nikki Jam. Do you know Nikki? She's hot. Where's Nikki? Where's Nikki? Thank you, Nikki. Great to be having you here. Now you have to get. Oh, look. Come here. Come here. I'm glad he came up. Total control. Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. You know that.
This is a tough business to run for
I know.
president.
You're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have a leader that is.
I have a great relationship with the blacks. I've always had a great relationship with the blacks.
We won with you.
Run for
I know.
president.
You're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have a leader that is.
I have a great relationship with the blacks. I've always had a great relationship with the blacks.
We won with young. We won with old. We won with highly educated. We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. Jobs in the United States.
What was that? Ooh. All right, so first of all, the poorly educated comment, they used that shit on him so many times, but that fucking water sip is wild.
Educated. We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. Jobs in the United States. From China. Darling, is the wind blowing today? I'd like to watch television, darling. Nobody has done more for the black community than Donald Trump. And if you look, with the exception of Abraham Lincoln, possible exception, but the exception of Abraham Lincoln, I will give him 10 strokes. She was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be. Exception of Abraham Lincoln, I will give him 10 strokes. She was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always identified as a black.
We have to win in November, or we're not going to have Pennsylvania. They'll change the name. They're going to change the name of Pennsylvania. Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV. So they say, could you repeat that? So I said, yeah. So it's person, woman, man, camera, TV. Okay, that's very good. If you get it in order, you get extra points. Silence of the Lamb. Has anyone ever seen the Silence of the Lamb? The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful man. He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner. We are also praying for the people of Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico.
Everybody used to play that for Rolo.
Puerto Rico. He took showers with the other pros. They came out of there. They said, oh, my God. That's unbelievable. Oh, look at my African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. This is a tough hurricane. One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water. I'll kiss every guy, man and woman, man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him. Not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay. I think we're going to have a good night tonight. Are we going home to watch television? I think we're going to have a good night tonight. I'm the one that brought back football. By the way, I brought back Big Ten football. It was me, and I'm very happy to do it. And
all right,
people of Ohio are very proud of me. Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible. I would say happy birthday, Kamala. She's turning 60.
Did you get her some fries?
I think I'll get her some flowers.
Why not debate her
Maybe
again?
I'll get her some fries. You're right, that might be. I'll give her some McDonald's. I'll get her a McDonald's hamburger.
Thank you.
No. They're remaking Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford. You can't do that. And now they're making Ghostbusters with only women. What's going on?
Trump is just too damn funny. Too damn funny. I saw somebody in the chat goes, why won't Jeremy cover the inconsistency in the Charlie Kirk's files, just like the Epstein files? Because I'm being paid by Mossad, you dumb motherfucker. Okay? I'm being paid. I'm a Mossad agent, and they're paying me to ignore the inconsistencies in the Charlie Kirk story. They don't want anyone to know. Just by saying this, I'm putting myself in danger. So don't ask again. Thank you. Fuck. How am I supposed to cover this up if you guys keep asking me about it? Had a perfectly good cover up until that guy had to ask. Damn it. Now I'm exposed. Fuck. It's all downhill from here now. Oh well. It is what it is. Tough times for me. June's Melody for 20 says, savor every bit of this presidency, for we will never be here again. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Ligma Johnson, $10. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you so much. John Jones says Rand Paul, probably. Trump's dropping F-bombs is unconstitutional. Rand Paul's an idiot. He's always been an idiot. We're fine. I mean, Trump called him out today, as a matter of fact. So, let's see here. I think Laughing Man asked me earlier in the chat if I am going to go live tomorrow if Bama wins. If Bama wins, gaming streams happening tomorrow. If Bama loses, no gaming stream. So therefore, all of you have to pull for Alabama tomorrow, and you get a gaming stream tomorrow. Okay? That's how it works. So I expect all of you to be pulling for Alabama tomorrow. Okay? By the way, I know this isn't our typical thing to talk about here, but listen, the bottom line is this. It's important that in this time frame we're in, whether it be professional wrestling, whether it be, NFL football, whether it be movies, whatever, we all say like everything sucks right now compared to what it used to be. And that's almost certainly true. But one thing we have to acknowledge is that if you are a sports fan, and I have not been very much into this sport as much as I was when I was younger, there is a historical figure that is currently playing in Major League Baseball right now. We could be looking at the single greatest baseball player to ever live. You should all be witnessing Shohei Ohtani right now. Shohei Ohtani tonight in the playoffs went 3 for 3 with 3 home runs. He pitched 6 innings. He had 10 strikeouts. He did not allow a run. This man is unbelievable. This might be the single greatest baseball player to ever live.
Ohtani, did he? Ohtani! Ohtani has done it again! His 3rd home run!
Again, 3 for 3, 3 home runs, 6 innings pitched, no runs allowed. I don't think he had any runs. 10 strikeouts in the NLCS, the closeout game. That is unfreaking believable. And for those that don't watch sports or whatever, just understand, we've never seen anything like that stat line ever. Like, at least maybe back during Babe Ruth, you might have seen something like that, but like not in our lifetime have we ever witnessed anything like this. This is insane. So appreciate it while you're watching it, because that's history right there. It's absolute history. Harley Dave for $100 says, Mossad Tax, looking forward to telling you how awful the new website is. You got to do it, man. Hey, Harley, I got an idea for you. If you think the website is awful, you should help me bully everybody else into donating directly on the website so we can continue to pour more money into the website, because there's a donate button right there if you want to help out. In fact, if you hit that donate button, it takes you to the donate page. And guess what? Guess who the #1 donor is this month? Trump 2028 dropped $2,028. Trump 2028 dropped $2,028. Yes, donations will be acknowledged on CobraCast, Laughing Man. Now, who's Trump 2028? Not my place to say, but That is very, very, very good donation right there. That is greatly appreciated. But yes, with the website, obviously, there's a lot of we're putting a lot into this, so any support is appreciated. Cole Hauser for $100. Hail Jeremy, going on your griff. I hope you're well, brother. Did you get my DM? Praise Ara, bro. If I know you told me you sent me one. I will check. I'll follow up with you tonight after the stream, brother. Thank you, Cole Hauser. Hail to you, brother. Where are the grifter donors from FNT? I think I made FNT about $500 in about 2 minutes. So, but that's okay because we love FNT, and FNT is part of Geeks and Gamers. Actually, we have FNT featured on the website. So there you have it. So we have like the schedule for like, just daily live stream. This will update as we add more shows and things like that. Tuesday's main event, CobraCast, Mario Kart stream, Friday Night Tide, Sports Wars, just to kind of give you a breakdown of some of the main shows that, that we have there. And I am going to start making more videos for Geeks and Gamers main channel as well, because I have to, because there's going to be a lot of content to cover. But thank you so much. Harley Dave says done. Thank you, Harley. Mitch for 20 says, if I had a quarter of Ohtani's talent, I would be a starter in the MLB right now. He's incredible. I mean, like I said, I haven't been following baseball that closely for a long time. I was a big fan back in the day with like King Griffey Jr. and Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Roger Clemens, Oral Hershiser was my favorite player, my first favorite player. I was also a big Ricky Henderson fan, but I really checked out for a long time with baseball, but I've actually slowly been getting back into it. And Ohtani is just unbelievable. He really is. He is a legend. Pippi says, Dodgers won. Here's my donation. Look at there. Congrats to your Dodgers. Thank you for that, Harley. It would be nice if to hear these peeps just come out and say that we need to stop killing each other. We do not want a kinetic war. I mean, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Sadly, it's not going to happen, probably. River Miles says, Zelensky needs Kata's booster seat. Sharing is caring. Let's see. Sincerely, the Troll King. Are you the Troll King? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Tom Glavine for the Atlanta Braves. I remember Glavine. I got like, I was an Atlanta Braves fan growing up. But I was never like completely committed to the Braves. I want to cheer for the Marlins, but they changed from the Florida Marlins to the Miami Marlins, and I fucking hate the Miami Marlins. I loved the Florida Marlins and their logo. I hate the Miami Marlins, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. And there's Justin with the shout out to Melania Trump. There it is. Hail Melania Trump. Troll King with those 20 gifted memberships. Thank you. Sammy Sosa, Chipper Jones. I remember all of them. Mar Millen, Sasha Gray's view on how to treat a dog is very skewed since she played one once in a movie I saw as a young teen. You don't treat dogs like that at all. I think that comment says it all. I'm not going to comment any further. So we'll just leave it there. Olympian Product says, Dave Rubin called. He says to wish Gary and Az lots of gay times together and a free trip to Israel to touch some walls. He's also down to be tagged in if necessary. Happy Jessica and hail the 199. Thank you. Rhino Helix says, Z Googles, Z do not think. Thank you, Rhino Helix. Nate says, Grok, is this real? Dude, I am so tired of seeing people say Grok, is this real? Like, it's just so damn annoying. Sonic LP says, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my God, all these dollar super chats. You guys are absolutely nuts. Let's see here. Bird Up says, Star Wars Girl stream last night was taken down because YouTube flagged the Kathleen Kennedy fade-in clip as sexual content. That's crazy. The Under Armour Gamer says, my tank top is still MIA and was ordered in June. Yeah, see, that's the thing, and that's why I would just urge everybody, if you have Teespring orders, I would either cancel them or request a refund because they suck. I still have stuff from Teespring that I never received. That was our CobraCast stuff. I never received it. If you go over to Ripasend, though, we have the new Geeks and Gamers merch and the CobraCast merch right here. So these will be there for a limited time, and then we'll roll out more stuff, and we'll probably bring some of those things in that we had on Teespring. That's why we're working with Ripasend. I love the new IDOT right here. I love that one. I think that's fantastic. And then, of course, we have the CobraCast t-shirt. We have the online original, and we have the Geeks and Gamers hat. So let's see. Let me Cam Man, I'll pin your comment right there. So there we have it. So make sure you check that out. Jeremy Fat says Beardo Fat. Eric says go into Hassan's chat, ask if he also abuses cats. Don't go into Hassan's chat. I would never encourage that. MAGA Mike says I stand with Hassan. Net Steeler says, hey, Piker, put that collar on my dog. I dare you. Shadow Sand says, here you go, Troll King. This one is on the house. MAGA Cracker Mike says, Hassan 2028. Beastie Man, thank you for the emojis. Andrew says, well, Jeremy, take my money instead of that person, please. And now we get to Coop for $1. Dark Schwartz Rising for $1. Delta Dragon. I'm just gonna highlight these. I can't. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Oh my gosh. Like, it's an insane amount. You guys are crazy. Like, oh God, stop it, Harley. Don't do this to me. There's that. MAGA Mike. $1. I feel like a stripper. $1. Like, is this what it's like to be a stripper? I mean, I guess. Look at all these dollars, dude. This is crazy. I even got one from Batman. All right. Jimmy Ray. One for me and one for Troll King. Troll King, you made all of this happen, by the way. All right. You made all of this happen. Good Lord. Cretosis. What's up, Cretosis? By the way, on the new website, there could be a time in the very near future that I put an open call out for people for covering particular topics, like maybe video games or anime or something like that. And then we will have an application process. So that could happen in the next couple of weeks, maybe in the next week. You never know. It could happen on Tuesday night's main event, for all I know. So just keep that in mind. We could be looking for contributors. Now, understand that, oh my God, all these dollars. I am not going to make any final decisions on the website. That's going to be up to Jonas and Alex and Marvin. They're the ones that are going to be making those decisions. I can recommend, but they're going to be the ones working with you. So I'm not going to be like pulling rank to go, you have to bring this person on because I said so. That's just not how I operate on the website. I give people the freedom to, make decisions when I put them in a position to do that. So, but so if your, writing style works or whatever, I mean, ultimately the goal is you got to be at least a half decent writer, because we don't want to have them spending all this time, cleaning up people's writings. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with it. But that might happen very soon. We'll see. Good. There's more dollars. Jesus. We're just losing viewers while I highlight dollars, and I'm trying to just come up with I'm trying to come up with bullshit to say while I can get through all this bullshit, because there's nothing to read except for your fucking names. That's it. There's Kate, who's mad at me because I didn't have the Sabaton clip. She's still mad at me over that one. And I will play Sabaton tonight. Don't worry, Kate. It will happen, okay? You guys are insane. Captain Cook says, don't back down, chat. Send the dollars, small amounts only. Fucker. If you punish the chat, then Alabama loses. Stop. Alabama can't lose tomorrow. More dollars. Good Lord. Okay. I caught up a little bit. It's going to be a long stream tonight. We got more stuff to talk about, so let's get to it. All right. Okay, so I saw this clip from Bill Maher, and so I stopped it right quick here. So right here, Bill Maher talking about Trump. Bill Maher blown away how Trump won over the Arabs in the Middle East peace deal.
How about that? Finally, peace over there. After 2 years, the Palestinians are returning to Palestine. The hostages coming back to Israel. And everyone's blown away that Trump pulled it off. I don't know why. I mean, if there's one thing he's good at, it's sending people back where they came from. But, I mean, look. We're going to talk about it on the show. I mean, I think you got to give credit where credit is due. I mean, a lot of people tried to pull this off. He did. He is beloved in Israel more than any other president ever, for a good reason. He also won over the Arabs. He's the only thing besides hummus they both like.
Dude, Trump he's the man. There's nobody like him. His charisma is off the charts. We've talked about this time and time and time again, and Democrats continue to be shocked at the idea that Donald Trump is popular, that Donald Trump's charisma wins people over. Like, why are they? We're 10 years into his political run, and they're still shocked. They're still like, how does he do it? I can't believe that he does this. I can't believe he pulled this off. It's like, how are you shocked at this point in time? I don't understand it. It makes no sense. They just keep making a fool of themselves over and over and over again. And then this was, I believe, as Trump arrived in Palm Beach tonight. This is Trump talking about the shutdown.
So the shutdown continues. The Republican Party's not going to pay $1.5 trillion to illegal immigrants coming into our country, coming in for a lot of reasons, coming in from prisons, from jails, from all over the place, from Venezuela, many countries. We're not going to do that. So the shutdown continues. It's a Democrat shutdown. It's a Schumer shutdown because his career has failed and it's over. I met with President Zelensky, as you know, today.
He just casually just like rips them apart. Like, it's like he doesn't even have to put effort into it. Now, tomorrow we do have the No Kings protest. Greg Gutfeld talks about that right here with this No Kings protest nonsense.
Mass hysteria around Trump. They have to preserve it because it's all they've invested into. It says something that No Kings is happening while Trump is brokering peace around the world. He's done like, I don't know, 7, 8 peace deals. It shows that doesn't matter. It's, it's a full-blown emotional vendetta has taken over their lives. Doesn't matter what he does. So how is this possible? How can you have good things happening around the world and people participating in mass hysteria? Because it's easy and it's fun. Anger requires no thought, no labor, no risk. Remember how Biden played the rage card whenever he never did anything else? Remember the rioting and looting after George Floyd? It was a replacement for thoughtful action. And the media decided to redefine it as a struggle. That whenever, anybody did something violent, it had something to do with some kind of struggle. Having the No Kings event after Trump, figures out Middle East peace, it's like holding a wedding after the couple broke off the engagement the night before. We're still going to go through with the ceremony anyway. We paid for the food. We paid for the food. We already made the flyers. But the media indulges this idea that passion equals effort, and they reward people for their feelings and not what they're actually doing. So it's a perfect example again of an imaginary solution for an imaginary problem. The trans bathrooms, the climate models, white supremacy in the military. These were all imaginary problems that then called for an imaginary solution. The problem is the trans solution and a lot of these protest solutions, they're not harmless. Like you could have surgical or psychological division in any of those. If it's just some mindless little thing where you're just standing out in front of Fox yelling like those little old ladies do. By the way, I think you can't spell No Kings without no kin. A lot of these people just don't have family.
This is very true. Man, like tomorrow, I have no idea what to expect with this. Do we know what time this is all supposed to take place tomorrow? I've been so busy with the website stuff that I haven't paid a lot of attention to this. I know it's happening on Saturday. I also have, the Alabama-Tennessee game, and I always watch, Bama with my dad if, I'm not out of town or something. So I'm watching Bama in Tennessee, with my dad. There's no doubt I have to do that. But if it's during the day, I will try to cover it. So around 12 Eastern or 2 Eastern or something like that. I mean, if that's the time, then I'll definitely be covering if it's earlier on for sure. Professional streamer, folks. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, let me see. Again. What do you mean again? Again, what? Another No Kings protest? Yes, that is exactly what they're doing. They're doing that once again. With that said, this is a very interesting clip right here from Bill Maher. And he's talking about Mamdani in New York. And his whole point here is that this is actually going to push people further to the conservative side with having somebody like Mamdani in New York. It's an interesting take, and I actually agree with what he's saying.
New York is New York. It's definitely it's the media capital, the financial capital. It is a bellwether like no other city is in this country. So don't tell me that who the mayor of New York is doesn't matter.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second. Do you think, let's say, on the seize the means of production, do you think that the mayor, that one person, if he is a democratic socialist, do you think that he would have the power and influence to be able to usher in socialism?
He definitely has the power and influence to elect J.D. Vance or whoever is the Republican candidate next time. It is a walking commercial for the...
Yeah, he is right. He is absolutely right. What he's saying
is the Republican candidate next time. It is a walking commercial for the Republican Party nationally.
I think the Republicans are going to...
When you let the Democrats, socialists, and now they're actually calling themselves socialists, when you let them take over a major American city, this is what you get.
Yes.
The state-run grocery stores, which work so well in Cuba and the Soviet Union and Venezuela. Just bad ideas. And again, this ugly streak.
Well,
streak of anti-Semitism.
Who's the most popular politician on the left?
AOC? I don't know.
One of, but who's Bernie? Bernie is
yeah.
Bernie is. I mean, he's not a capitalist.
Dude, the fact that Bernie is your go-to after he has shown what a cuck he is insane. That is your leader. That's the guy. Who is this guy? Is this the no lie guy? No lie with Brian, whatever his name is. Is this that fucking loser? I think it is. And the fact that that's who you're pointing to as your leader, absolutely insane.
No, he's not, and he's also not president.
He's not. But
never would be.
But neither is Mamdani.
No, but he will. Trust me, he will be featured in the campaign commercials.
But they're going to feature people. They boogeyman everybody.
Yeah, but you don't have to boogeyman him. He does it to himself.
But they'll do it regardless. Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, but
they make anybody into boogeyman.
It has.
I think it was
just have more weight when it's real. I mean, when you can really show it.
Yeah, this is a good point by Maher. He definitely has the power to influence and elect J.D. Vance or whoever the Republican candidate is next time. I absolutely believe that is the case because you're a mayor of New York City. You're going to show people it's weird to say in a small way because it's New York City, but within the bigger scheme of things within the country, but people are going to see that and they're going to be like, we can't have this spreading throughout the country. So, yeah, I think that's probably a very accurate statement from Bill Maher right there. We shall see. But I think Mamdani is basically it's almost a done deal. It's almost a done deal that he's going to be the next mayor. And that's going to be overall, I think that's going to be good for the conservatives and the Republicans, I think. By the way, We probably don't have a ton of wrestling fans here, but if you guys don't know, Vinnie Mac was spotted in public yesterday. Vincent Kennedy McMahon and our great wrestling pages, they fixed the video clip.
No chance, so that's what you got. Up against a machine too strong. Pretty politicians buying souls for run song puppets. Won't find their place in line. But I am straight, go wreck your finger now, boy, cause it's just a matter of time. Cause you've got no chance. No chance in hell. You've got no chance.
Yeah, Vince is looking rough, man. If you look at how he's walking right there, like he's looking rough. He's looking rough. It's kind of crazy to see him like that, to be honest, man. Like, that's wild. That's Vince McMahon. And seeing him in, I mean, I know he's in like whatever, he's like in his 80s or whatever. But yeah, man, that's crazy. But having the no chance in hell thing, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see where we're at here. What is this? We did have John Bolton surrenders himself in federal court. So that happened today, and he did plead not guilty.
Advisor John Bolton arriving at a United States District Court in Greenbelt, Maryland. He is expected to surrender after being indicted on 18 counts over the alleged mishandling of classified documents. Bolton faces 8 counts of transmission of national defense information and 10 counts of retention of national defense information. The documents contained intel on future attacks, foreign missile launches, and human intel sources.
There you have it right there. There you go. What a piece of garbage he is. So happy to see that. Happy to see that he's being held accountable. This is another clip right here from okay. There's some context here. I got to see if I can find it first. So this is it's interesting, okay? I got to find it though. This would be good if we can find it. So you guys know who Ethan Klein is from H3H3, I'm sure. And there's this clip going around. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for right here. Okay. Now, so Ethan Klein is I don't know what he is. Is he a leftist? I don't know. He used to be friends with Hassan. And then him and Hassan had their falling out. It got really, really bad. And so here's Ethan Klein talking about the recent situation with Hassan. But there's this interesting context here, okay? So we're going to play this first.
Guys, there's a video here that I want you all to see.
There's also zero evidence of shock collar. This one piece of footage here shows, this one tiny piece of footage shows here that there seems to be something on the back of the collar that we photoshopped in to look like a piece of tape.
Don't just believe an out of context clip, because that's what a lot of you guys are doing. It's like you just see a clip and you see somebody misrepresented and then you just believe it. And you say, don't believe your eyes. Yeah, exactly. Don't believe your eyes. Believe actual journalism.
What? Did you hear what Taylor Lorenz said? Holy shit. Don't believe your eyes. Believe it, journalism? What?
A lot of you guys are doing. It's like you just see a clip and you see somebody misrepresented and then you just believe it. And you say, don't believe your eyes. Yeah, exactly. Don't believe your eyes. Believe actual journalism.
No, it wasn't confirmed Hill Kid. It was confirmed that it was a fucking vibration collar, or that the dog had a vibration collar.
iDubbbz, one of the greatest falls we've ever seen in YouTuber history.
Not even that he used it. That's just what the dog has.
Then Hassan got canceled, but he cleared his name. He literally debunked it. He showed the fucking collar on stream. Like, what more can be done?
For like editing his picture and turning up the fucking contrast where he showed the collar.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with when for the proper context. When I saw that clip of Frogan, I immediately thought of this clip right here. I gotta find it though. Okay, I gotta find it. Is this it? All right. So this is a classic. This is a classic clip. Some of you will remember this. Okay. All right. So right here, hang on. Hang on. I gotta find it. All right. So when I saw this clip of Frogan, one more time, we're gonna back up, and when I'm watching this video for the first time, it goes to Frogan.
Just what the dog has.
Then Hassan got canceled, but he cleared his name.
Okay, when I saw that, I immediately thought of an old school PewDiePie video. Hail PewDiePie, the king of YouTube, the greatest YouTuber in history. This is a video of PewDiePie reacting to Jake Paul music video. In the Jake Paul music video, there's this guy that shows up, and PewDiePie's reaction here is exactly my reaction when I saw Frogan. Watch this classic clip right here, okay?
Ah! What is that? What is that? What is that thing? He's absolutely perfect. I never seen a more beautiful man in my entire life.
Yes, I can rap, and no, I'm not from Cotton. England is my city.
No. England. Oh, England is your city. Oh no. Oh no, you're retarded. Oh, my favorite city is the whole planet.
And no, I'm not from Cotton. England is my city, and if it weren't for Team 10, then the US would be shitty. I'll pass it to Chance, cause you know he's a litty.
I like how he's so fat that he straight up destroyed this jacket. Like, look how it's hanging by literally its last thread.
It's
Pewds is the best. But anyway, that was my reaction when I saw Frogan. So that was my way of breaking that whole thing down.
That's just what the dog has.
Then Hassan got canceled, but he cleared his name. He literally debunked it. He showed the fucking collar on stream. Like, what more can be done?
For like editing his picture and turning up the fucking contrast where he showed the collar, to be like, no, look, he put tape over it.
I can't help but notice that it's the exact same people who have spent.
This is the interesting part of what Ethan Klein is saying right here that I want you all to understand, because these are the same people that Ethan Klein surrounded himself with, okay? All of these leftist people are who Ethan Klein surrounded himself with.
I can't help but notice that it's the exact same people who have spent the last 2 years calling me and my wife baby killers. I hope for some people, seeing how shamelessly they lie right now to protect Hassan, lying about what we know we saw with our own eyes, like it's irrefutable that he used a shock collar, that if they can lie about something so stupid and it's so transparent, I hope that to some people, you can understand that they would be lying about me and Hila for the last 2 years. They're capable of it, and they would do it, and they have done it.
Do you know who warned you about this, Ethan Klein? Do you know who warned you about this? Jordan B. Peterson, back in 2022, when you had an interview with him and then you started going down the leftist rabbit hole, you deleted your interview with Jordan B. Peterson, and Jordan B. Peterson said this right here to you. Also, I should warn you that those who engage in cancel culture generally live to regret it. I'm not going to come after you except politely in this Twitter stream, but the chickens will definitely come home to roost. You will be held to a higher and higher and soon and possible to maintain ethical standards by the very mob you currently wish to please. Then you will make a mistake and they will devour you with glee. Please take this warning seriously. I liked you. I am not the biggest fan of Jordan B. Peterson, but that moment right there has never been, like, I've never forgotten that when he warned to Ethan Klein about this, and boom, that is the most on point thing ever. Yes, he was a prophet in this moment right here. And Ethan Klein should publicly apologize to Jordan B. Peterson and say, you were right, sir. I was wrong. You called it to a T. But he's never going to do that. He's never going to do that. And by the way, when I say I don't like Jordan B. Peterson, I actually have a lot of respect for Jordan B. Peterson when he stays in his lane. He's actually very good when he stays in his lane. But the moment that dude starts getting outside of what he's good at, he is a train wreck. But like when Jordan B. Peterson is in his lane, he's pretty phenomenal. But yeah, that right there, that was on point for sure. But I mean, this is the leftist mob right here, man. This is what they do. This is what they've always done. So we shall see. Okay, so this was a weird, this is one of the weirdest things I've seen. Now, this is a sports topic, but it's not really a sports topic. And you'll see what I mean here in just a minute. Okay. Skip Bayless makes this tweet and this video. And he says, so Travis Hunter recently was baptized. Okay. This was a pretty big story about Travis Hunter becoming baptized, and Skip Bayless makes this tweet and he says, there's no way Travis Hunter should have chosen to be baptized on the morning of a game. He's losing interest. He's mentally checking out of the Jags. That is incredible. That is an unbelievable, horrible take. So Skip Bayless is essentially telling Travis Hunter that your relationship with Christ is not as important as the football game. What? I don't know if he actually talks about it.
So, allow me to tell you why there was no way that Travis Hunter,
I guess he does,
should have chosen to be baptized on the morning of a 1:00 game in Jacksonville, where he plays, obviously, for the Jaguars. Not under normal circumstances, but here's the point. These are not normal circumstances for Travis Hunter, the football player. The Jags are using him so little.
I'm not going to listen to the whole thing. I just want to see what Skip actually, how his justification of this is. I've been watching Skip Bayless for a long time, okay?
Especially on defense, where he is the most gifted, all-time gifted, that Travis Hunter is starting to lose interest. He's starting to check out mentally on the Jags. So he was actually happy to be baptized on a game day morning because football isn't taking that much concentration or focus or pregame mental preparation. Nope, not now. Now, I'm certainly not suggesting that getting baptized was any kind of protest on Travis's part. It was just a stunning indication, a stunning indication of where his head is at or not at right now.
His head is in a really good place if he's getting baptized, Skip. Like, again, Skip is a shock jock. Skip is always about saying things that get people triggered, and he trolls a lot and all of that. This is not it. Like, this is not if he's trying to troll, this is not a good troll at all.
It's not really into football right now. I'll get to that point in just a minute. His attitude, obviously, in this case was, hey, they're not using me that much anyway. Why not get baptized on a game day morning? Even after they had had one of the biggest wins in franchise history the previous Monday night at home against Kansas City. Why not get baptized before a 1 o'clock game against a very good Seattle Seahawks team in Jacksonville? Why not? Last year at Colorado, my man Deion Sanders, spiritual to the core is Deion.
So I'm not going to listen to it anymore. It's a 28-minute video, but I mean, he's getting crushed. He's getting crushed in the comments. There's quartering. So yeah, I mean, he's just getting absolutely destroyed. The hell? Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad in the comments. He's getting destroyed. Again, Skip likes the trolling aspect of things, so we'll see what happens. Jameson says you never had control, talking about me. This was earlier. You're probably right. MAGA Mike says Hassan shot caller 2028. Let's shock the world. G&G play highlights says dropping $2 instead. Keith Miller says take my money, you baguette. Zandy with $1. MAGA Mike says Gary's pregnant. Heavy D at the movie says that's the gayest shit I've ever seen. Kretosis says still not as fat as Beardo. Eagle Thrasher says, well, you can't stop real love. Nobody's fool for so you burn my fucking eyes. Stop. Ministry of Wrong Thing says at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if his dog goes up to the camera and says Hassan never existed. Arm 514 says for the grifter. Eagle Thrasher says I hate Hassan and I hate sand. It's not rough like Beardo's bush. What? Big Rob says accountability is a tough pill for hypocrites. Ministry of Wrong Things says I don't mean to make assumptions here, but I'm starting to think that maybe Hassan might be lying while talking about politics too. Geeks and Gamers Play Highlight says why is Hassan crying? There's no crying and streaming. Rob says congratulations to ABF and Jessica. Many happy returns and happy Jessica. Look at there. MAGA Mike says the second biggest shock from Hassan is how he is so nice. Nandor says update. It was a couple. The male took his wife's life first, then himself. Now there are 40 people out here screaming at the police. Ah, man, I'm just glad you're okay, brother. That's a horrible situation. So that's crazy. Hemorrhoid Hurt says my wife got a. I'm not reading that. What the hell's wrong with you? Not for $2. You got to at least drop a 10. Maybe read some bullshit like that. Harley Dave says, why would MAGA do that to the dog? MAGA Mike says, Hassan's dog shocked to find out she exists. Jeremy's Trump body pillow says, we need a proper grift dono so Jeremy can show me off on stream. Someone help a pillow out. Yeah, I actually don't have it in here. I think, yeah, it's in my other, because I thought I was going to stream in the other setup, which is not here. So maybe tomorrow. So someone sent me a Trump body pillow to my P.O. box. Yeah. So, yeah. Ministry of Wrong Things says, don't believe your eyes, believe the journalist. Actual Taylor Lorenz quote while defending Hassan. Bird Up says, in Sasha Gray's defense, I don't think anyone takes that many testosterone blast to the mouth and comes out normal. I don't know how to say your name, but if Hassan gets to no dog, will someone use AI to replace Kaya with a human? Midnight Light says, Jeremy, please play the Sam Hyde Hassan Piker. I don't have that clip. I'll have to get it. Troll King with $1. There's Harley Dave's 20 gifted memberships. Thank you. Fun with cards and comics and culture for 99 cents. Coop says, it's 2. Fuck off. Jameson says, Jeremy, the mixed sausage expert. The Troll King says, I'm going to keep going until 199. Love you, twats. Look at there. Kingen says, surely Sasha should have been more sympathetic to the dog since she's been in a doggy position more than anyone else. Driver says, watch JD after the F-bomb. Bubba Doom says, my president openly uses trucker words. I love him. Matt Frog says, Jeremy is the Eli Manning of grifting. Zelensky is the Tom Brady of grifting. Michael Hill says, did you see the new Sabaton video? Emperor, interesting timing for the peasants' revolt tomorrow. 8 o'clock says, I believe in two things in America, Jeremy. CNN clip. BC Man says, blockbusterian president. Narco says, such big success. Very nice. Gerald Armstrong says, just wait until Trump says fuck. Bubba Doom says, Trump has worked among alpha males his whole life. He is a construction guy, most in Washington and Hollywood. Don't get that. He is the most important. Marlena says, did you see Benny's video? He mentioned Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers. You should call him. Did he? What video? Benny uploads so many damn videos. I'm not even sure I could find it. Do we know what video? That's pretty cool. Let's see. I'll have to search it out. I'm sure somebody in the chat knows what video it is, but Benny's got 6 million subscribers now. Holy crap. He said it today. Well, he's uploaded a ton of videos today, so probably the Tron video. Yeah, probably the Tron video. Anybody know what timestamp he said it? I don't want to watch the whole video. If anybody knows the timestamp he said it, just let me know. But yeah, thank you. I didn't know that, so I appreciate it. Look at Biddy's face right there. Yes, towards the end. All right, let's play.
Berated Disney executives for picking Jared Leto, 53, to be the face of the film. Box office pundit for the outlet pointed the finger directly at the casting. Yeah, not good. Another Disney flop. Disney just lost hundreds of millions of dollars by pushing yet another movie with a forced girl boss agenda and Jared Leto. I would encourage you to go watch Critical Drinker and Nerdrotics takedown of this movie, and also Geeks and Gamers. Incredible. Sean Bailey, the former head of Disney's live-action reboots, responsible for the disastrous Little Mermaid and Snow White flops.
Perfect timing, because I haven't been making videos for Geeks and Gamers, so I got to start doing that now. And of course, there's not a better time than now, because the new website is back. And appreciate Benny. Benny's awesome. So yeah, I am going to be starting tomorrow, actually. I'm going to be making more videos for the main Geeks and Gamers channel. And the first one is probably going to be on this Rise of Skywalker costing $600 million. That's going to be my first video back. Can't wait. So good to see, man. Good stuff. But yeah, Benny's awesome. He's always been a supporter of ours. So that's cool, man. MAGA Cracker Mike says, we have a lot of different opinions. We have rich, entitled people with shot collars. Have you seen those? Beautiful, powerful shot collars. They'll keep any nuisance in place. Let's see. 8 o'clock says, Jeremy, if this is the Apprentice of Politics, who's the Piers versus Omarosa? Would it be JD versus reporters? That's a good question. Eric K says, if not for the U.S., the war would have ended quick. Or if not for U.S., the war would have ended quick. Now companies see money in war and even more in the rebuild phase. It's all about money. No one cared about the people other than the money they make off of the dead. Harley Dave says, boobies. MAGA Mike says, Trump is the leader of the world. Saul Felix says, as the cameraman Beardo focuses on men, not chicks. Chad becomes a new member. Thank you. Ministry of Wrong Things says, the left, that was a fishing submarine. Jackson says, show us them aliens. Eric K says, Ukraine was part of Russia for 300 years and independent around 33. It's basically Russian. Narco says, where are all the grifter donors from FNT? Where are you guys at? Cole Hauser says, hope you enjoyed it. The mask meme, Anjanette and I did. Absolutely. You guys have been crushing it. Baba Yogi says, a happy day to Jessica. She'll be doing another cookie stream soon. Congrats on the pearl ring. It's the way it's done. Sadly, we can't sit for Jessica anymore, but Simps, there's still hope. She has a twin. Look at that. Cole Hadley says, Tom Glavine was originally drafted by the LA Kings. Glenn Jones says, remember Randy Johnson's pitching hit a bird? I do remember that. Jameson says, look at Nolan Ryan's stats. He was a beast. Nolan Ryan was insane, especially when he beat up Robin Ventura. Do you remember that? Nolan Ryan beat, it's been so long since I've seen it, but now I got to pull it up. Nolan Ryan and Robin Ventura. I remember Nolan Ryan beat the shit out of him. Hang on. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. Okay, hang on. Nolan Ryan was the fucking man. Here we go.
Here's Ventura, RBI single in the first. Watch out. Look at
this. Nolan Ryan beat that ass. Like, why would you mess with Nolan fucking Ryan?
First, watch out. Look at this. After Nolan.
They replay it.
And here
this video goes on for like 6 minutes, but yeah, Nolan Ryan beat his ass. Nolan Ryan wasn't fucking around, man. Like, why would you go after Nolan Ryan? Nolan Ryan was the man. He was a man's man, dude. Why would you do that? Harley Dave with a 99¢, Gator with a 99¢, Harley Dave with a $2.99, Sword Storm with $1. Oh God, are we at that point? There's a high five from Jackson. There's $1, another $1, stripper tax for a $1.99, another $1. Good Lord, you guys are insane. Yeah, Nolan Ryan was legendary, man. He was a strikeout leader for a long time. So, dude can be cast as a Superman. How old's Nolan Ryan these days? He's got to be in his 70s, maybe, right? 80s? Nolan Ryan's still alive, right? Let's see. Harley Dave says this is fine, and yes, we need Sabaton. How old's Nolan Ryan these days? 137 years old. It's about right. He does special on his career. Somebody will tell me how old he was. He's 78. Okay. Jeremy Faz says, did you see the presser Antifa money coming from NGOs using taxpayer money? If you're talking about, yeah, I mean, I've heard about that. Yeah. Nick says the View said we are scared to go on the show. I'm ready. Thank you, Nick. Critical Catastrophe says, damn it, man. The first thing I see when I turn the stream on is that that frog face Frogan. Eric K says, congrats to Jack Miller, first Aussie to win Australia MotoGP since Casey Stoner in 2012. Incredibly close win. Narco says, I can't wait for Star Wars Episode 7, The New Republic. Mitch becomes a new member. Thank you. Kyle, new member. Thank you. Sensei Shark Bait says, will there be some desktop art for my new Meta PC on the site? 199. Will there be some desktop art for my new Meta PC on the site? What do you mean by that? I don't know what you're asking me. Phil says, does my membership here go to the new website? I mean, I don't have any way to tie stuff in from like YouTube to any, to our website or anything like that. VJ says, yo, Jeremy, new Sabaton album dropped today. Right now, everything through the website is still through locals. That's so like, we're not doing like direct membership on the website yet. That is part of the next couple of phases. But that costs it's a ton of money that is going to have to be spent to build this out with like memberships and direct feeds and all of that. So we're working towards it, but I just put a ton of resources into this first phase. Shaky Hill says, fuck yeah, bitch. Stitch says, the new Geek Singers website looks great. Hope this all works out well for you. That Park Place has been a great place for read articles. Blaine is gay. That Park Place is awesome. I'm looking forward to everything we got with Criticalist and Ripasend. It's an exciting time. Kritosa says, what's that? Keep sending $1 super chats. You got it, boss. Death Wish becomes a member. Two Guys Strong says, I used a bark collar to train my pup. The prongs unscrew. You don't have to cut them off. They can't coordinate their lives because they're retarded. That's true. Pippi, thank you. Okay, I got all those. Man, you guys have been insane tonight. Baba Yogi says, breaking the dollar chain. Stop it. It scares me. Tiger King Rex Carter says, how much to hug Trump pillow on stream? I mean, it's got to be tomorrow, but I don't know. We got to come up with something. I'll come up with something. Olympian product for 99 cents. Are you guys doing this shit again? Let me see. Harley Dave says, oh, I got that one. This is fine. And we need Sabaton. Gator with $1. Gator with a 199. Another $1, 199. Gator. Blah, blah. Raven Black Sparrow says Robin ran up to Nolan to get 7 more strikes. Recon Ghost says someone said super chat. Did they? Over on Rumble, Harry Toe says congrats on Rippison collab with Geeks and Gamers. Thank you. Ace Sword says says 1. Mod Eric says, what do you think of the Supreme Court Justice Hans Marconi returning to the court despite being guilty? I haven't heard. I'm not familiar with that story, so I can't really comment on that one. And we're finally at the end. Another 2.5 hours. Trump has Jeremy has a Trump pillow. Someone sent me a Trump body pillow case. So that's what I have. So yeah. Where's the RSS feed button on the new website? Put it in the complaint feed. Yeah, so we still have some stuff to do, but we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. We're just in the early phases, but I'm excited about where we're at. Again, go over to Ripasend. You can access the store through geeksandgamers.com. And there is the new merch we have right now. You're not going to have the same problem you had with Teespring. So go over there. I love this new iDot design. I love the CobraCast logo. I love the online original. We got the hat as well. So, yeah. Let me see. Bragging Rights, Trump body pillow. Yeah, maybe I'll show the Trump body pillow on Bragging Rights. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. And again, new website is there. And if you are interested, please consider going over there. If you want to support what we're doing, if you want to help push forward what we're doing over here on this website, you can go over there and you hit that donate button. You can support us directly over there. For the many people that say, like, how can I help? How can I support more with, less of the cuts and all that? That button right there is the way to do it. That goes straight to the Streamlabs thing. And I think that's probably the best cut that we get on any of the donations. But either way, wherever you support us is totally fine. I do appreciate it. We're going to end with Sabaton, because Kate is still mad at me until I play Sabaton. What do you think of Trump commuting the sentence of George Santos? I heard about it. I'm not overly familiar with the George Santos case. I did hear that Trump did commute him. So, I mean, look, man, whatever Trump wants to do, I guess, from that perspective, but I'm not overly familiar with that case. So thank you guys. Have a good evening. Roll Tide, roll, and we will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.